Off the day, it's St Mirren against Rangers with Steve McGinn, Billy Dodds and Paul Mitchell.
Thank you, Kenny. Welcome everybody to Paisley. 17 goals in the matches so far this afternoon. Wins for Hibs, Celtic, Ross County, Kilmarnock and Dundee United. So not a draw on the Boxing Day card as yet. Will that change as St Mirren and Rangers go head to head? Currently referee David Dickinson has got most captains. Marcus Fraser on his 200th appearance wanders across to the left-hand side. Rangers all in blue this evening. St Mirren, the black and white stripes, black shorts, black socks, topped off with white. And referee David Dickinson wanders into the centre circle. Rangers players just having a little chat as some of the advertising boards have been taken across the pitch rather than round the pitch. It is the quicker way to go, but we'll take a moment or two before we get ready to get underway. St Mirren will have Malcolm in goal. It'll be a back three of Fraser, Gogic and Taylor, Bomono, Phillips, Smith and John, Idowu, Olisanya and Kiltie are the men up front. Jack Butland in goal for Rangers, Tavernier, Sterling, Balogun and Jeffrey, Diamondi, Barron and Hadji, Tierney, Igaman and Bayrami. St Mirren will go from left to right, and we're underway in the final of the three commentary matches here on BBC Radio Scotland. Malcolm drops it long on that far side. Balogun wins the header, comes down to Smith, he chips it out onto this near side, but Rangers will gather. Ball played back onto Jeffrey onto Barron. Barron loses out, who did well. Olisanya plays it out wide. Bomono round the corner it goes. Ball in the box. Here comes Olisanya. Olisanya by the byline, tries to drill it across, and Rangers Diamondi hooks the ball away. Igaman gets the head flick on, looking for the runner of Hadji, but it's all the way through onto Alex Gogic, who miskicks and plays the ball back to his goalkeeper. And now it's just launched long, and it's going to go through onto Jack Butland. Butland gathers ball in pink and drops the ball down into Dujon Sterling. Sterling out wide onto Balogun. Back in field it comes. St Mirren just sitting off, allowing Rangers to play the ball across the back four. Jeffrey gets caught though, has to play the ball back, and now St Mirren flood the field forward in numbers. The ball inside the box with Jack Butland, and Butland rolls it out to the side. Balogun is there, plays it back across in between the goalkeeper and defender. Sterling comes across to retrieve it. St Mirren retreated again back towards the halfway line. Jeffrey will gather out on this left-hand side, dropped inside to Conor Barron. Conor Barron plays the ball back again onto Sterling, and again St Mirren hold the line. Butland plays it out wide. Balogun gets things started. Tavernier's out wide on that far side. Tavernier's Tierney ahead of him. He's going to launch it long, turned away by Taylor. Good head flick down onto Smith. Smith drops it out wide. Declan John tries to get it round the corner. Rangers could be in trouble here. Kiltie moves forward. There's an opportunity to try and get the ball into the middle. It is so. It's missed by two, and I think came off Olisanya and then off a Rangers player. First corner goes to St Mirren.
Absolutely brilliant run from Declan John. Really showed his pace there. He left James Tavernier by about 5 yards. Really good ball into the danger man Olisanya, and St Mirren will be delighted with the start. Really aggressive, really on the front foot, and a corner inside the first couple of minutes.
Absolutely, some turn the pace to set up that opportunity. Rangers get the vital tackle on to knock it away for a corner, but brilliant play from Declan John, really was. Some speed.
That left-hand side could be very interesting. Declan John and Greg Kiltie out there. Now the corner kick to come over from the left. Whipped into the middle. Rangers headed away. Drops down onto Tierney at the edge of the area. Tierney now moving forward up towards the halfway line. Tierney steps inside, plays the ball out wide. Taylor coming back, tries to get in the way, but Rangers will gather through Hadji. Hadji takes a touch, opens it up, drops the ball back onto Sterling. Sterling out to Jeffrey. Jeffrey onto Diamondi. Diamondi to Hadji. Rangers confidently keeping the ball. Sterling has it, plays it left-footed across onto Balogun. Balogun takes a touch out wide onto Tavernier. Tierney breaks short for Tavernier, throws it back over the halfway line. Rangers content to build slowly. Connor Barron has the ball. Under pressure, Smith, now that might come out wide. Idowu almost got in there. Oisin Smith did really well. The Rangers have gathered and played it forward onto Czerny. Czerny gathers, looking to step inside. Barami in front of him. Czerny still going at the edge of the box, drifts inside. 2 on the tackle, breaks back to Diamondi. He tried to place one in the top corner and instead places one in the stand. Steve McGinn is alongside. Make bright start to the game.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's the one St Mirren are looking for. Connor Barron taking that extra touch, and Phillips and Smythe, they'll come after that. Rangers, he's not going to get the time. It looks like a bit of a bobbly surface, and they'll be really great, really brave, really aggressive, and I think they'll be really happy with the start they've made.
St Mirren have started well, but it shows you that they're going to have to work hard off the ball, St Mirren, as well. And when they do, like in that occasion, Czerny comes inside, one player's on him and he gets the better of him, and the next one has to react, and that's what St Mirren did there, getting bodies behind the ball, reacting and making sure that they were defensively set up correctly.
Olasanya does well, wins it from Hadji. Hadji tries to recover, goes in behind him. Bomono turns, plays the ball forward. It should be an easy one, drifting all the way through. It's a very industrious midfield too, but you have to be, Stephen.
Yeah, and they're being really aggressive with Connor Barron and Diomande. You feel like Bajrami, there might be space for him to get the ball. I don't think St Mirren will be too disappointed if Rangers go long with Balogun and Sterling and Butland. I think they'll feel they can win that battle, but it's that space for Bajrami in the pockets.
It's the full-backs. Rangers can get it on them because Idowu and Kiltie are narrow, and if they can get it high and wide to the full-backs, they've got a lot of work to do, or the midfield has to react. Cross-field
pass towards Tavernier. He took his eye off it, so the ball runs out of play. It's going to be a throw into St Mirren on that far side. St Mirren have lost 23 of the last 25 league meetings with Rangers since a 2-1 victory back in December 2011. They're looking for another memorable December victory against Rangers, and at the moment we've played 5 minutes. It's 0-0. Taylor with the ball, calling for some assistance. And it's a long throw. St Mirren can't gather, Rangers do. Smuggled onto Barron, lovely little back heel, gets it out the side and plays it across to Diamondi. Diamondi onto Jefty. Jefty plays it back inside onto Hadji. Diamondi, it's the fulcrum at the moment, plays it out wide onto Barron. Jefty up against the Dowie, turns, plays the ball back inside. There's the chance for Barron to get things moving. Oisin Smythe came in for the challenge and the ball got moved away very quickly indeed. Rangers coming down that right hand side. Czerny always dangerous from there, trying to get the ball in the box. Taylor heads it away. Vermona doesn't do particularly well getting it away, but it's hooked out to that far side. And St Mirren, well, they thought they were going to win a corner, but the last touch came off a St Mirren defender. It's a Rangers corner on the far side.
Yeah, it was a comedy of errors there. Idowu was just not caught, made contact with his clearance. It's come off his shin, and I think Richard Taylor just couldn't sort his feet, and he gave away the corner. Be disappointed with the way they defended that there.
So Rangers have had you going short. St Mirren have to be careful if they decide to go that route. Liam Balogun waving 2 hands above his head. He wants the ball played up to him. And Rangers will deliver from the right hand side. And they have gone short. On to Hadji. Hadji now does a little twist and turn, tries to get the cross in. Is well blocked up, and the ball goes behind. Arms were coming up. They were tucked in by the body. And Rangers gather once more. Czerny round the corner, tries to work the 1-2. Comes out wide to Hadji. There was a shout for handball in the box. The ball certainly came across. Referee David Dickinson was there though, Stephen, and wasn't interested.
No, I didn't look as if there was too much there, but better play from Rangers. I think they're moving it a lot faster in the last spell of play, and they're really moving St Mirren across the park.
They have the ball back inside their own half at the moment, Rangers. Balogun on to Sterling. Sterling plays the ball out wide. Vermona is easily beaten. Jefty's away from him, lifts it out wide. There's the opportunity. Tavernier on that far side. And then Rangers played away onto Hadji's, stayed out there. Here's the chance for Rangers to get it in. Eggman brings it down on his chest, falls down at the edge of the area. St Mirren get it away. And now the opportunity to try and dig it out on that far side, but Diamondi's there very quickly, Billy, and St Mirren just starting to struggle to get the ball out.
Yeah, it's because Rangers, the pace they're playing at, moving the ball, the movement's causing them a few problems. They're getting pinned back just now, St Mirren, Paul.
Here's Bajrami. Bajrami plays into the middle. Gogic is under pressure. Gogic goes again up against Tavernier. The ball comes into the middle and it's drifted away. Well, again, Tavernier going in on the angle, trying to get into the area, causing problems. Alex Gogic just doing enough, but a free kick has been given. Alex Gogic coming back in today. Stephen, the manager said it wasn't an easy decision, but Alex Jakubowski, after injuries, played back-to-back games.
No, he's been a huge player for St Mirren, Alex Gogic, and it was a big call leaving him out last weekend. Alex Jakubowski comes into the team really good last week, gets his goal, but I think it's a sensible decision. It's such a hectic period of games, and having lost Jakubowski for so long this season, it's not the worst thing for him to miss the odd game.
Taylor plays the ball on the inside onto Phillips. Phillips tries to get it down to that left-hand side, looking for Kilty. Bayrami, though, wins it. Phillips tries to go in there, and a bigger man does so. And then it's played away. Marcus Fraser out of the play. It goes midway inside the Rangers half. It remains 0-0. 9 minutes played here on BBC Radio Scotland. Jeff Dake goes to retrieve the ball off the little cone, and it's thrown back in. St Mirren do decide to come and press this time. Sterling back to his goalkeeper. Butland had to be alert. That was nearly sent out for a corner. Hadji heads the ball out of play. That is going to be a throw to St Mirren. Philippe Clement saying it came off the St Mirren head last. I didn't think so. And the throw will come from Marcus Fraser. Fraser to Olasanya. Olasanya taken down from behind Sterling. Just a little bit clumsy there, Billy.
He was, but I also think it was a poor touch from the striker, and realised that it got away from him and threw himself to the ground. There was a bit of contact from the back, but I think the striker's touch was so poor as well. He was lucky to get a free kick there.
He was a bit slack before Sterling. He's passed back to Butland, and you think of the message here for Rangers would be, having Alex Gogic scored the header from a corner at Ibrox, St Mirren are a big threat. It's try and limit the set pieces, so just a couple of slack moments I think from Sterling.
Absolutely. Back-to-back starts for Dujon Sterling for the first time since he played against Dundee United and Nice. There's all sorts of pushing and pulling going on the edge of the area. There's not a single player of outfield variety inside that Rangers box at the moment. That all belongs to Jack Butland. And St Mirren trying to hold the line. Now they break in, sent in by Declan John. Butland comes and Gallers takes it easily, bowls it out and starts the attack for Rangers. Diamondi nicely over the halfway line. Vaclav Cherny midway inside his opponent's half, way on the far side, looking to step inside, delivers a great ball forward. Gogic with a header away, and it's picked up well. Sent away by St Mirren up towards the halfway line. Olasanya goes flying, referee quite happy. And then the challenge came in. Connor Barron, well, he collided with Idowu, and the referee's saying there's a real problem here. Both players going for the ball. What did you make of that, Stephen McGinn?
It just looked like both players were going in for the ball. I think Idowu thinks he can get there. Barron gets there first, and the way Barron stayed down, it must be a sore, and he must have caught it, but it looked as if two players really think they can get the ball. Yeah,
it was unintentional. It looked a bit clumsy, didn't it? And Barron always getting there and hooks it away, and Idowu just kind of, I think he's caught him, but it's not intentional. And he's picked up a sore one. It's good to see him back on his feet.
No problem. I had a look at it, but no issue. On-field decision of simple free kick. Jeffy under pressure. They go away. The ball is played all the way back onto Liam Balogun. Balogun on that far side. Plays it infield onto Sterling. Sterling onto Connor Barron. Delighted to be back in the starting 11 today. Jeff Day sends it long. Fraser scoops it high. Gogic turns on the edge of his own area, heads it away. It was a good decision. There was problems in behind him. He wouldn't have made his goalkeeper. And Idowu dancing his way down the touchline and draws the free kick.
Yeah, you're right, Paul. It was spinning as well, and I think, son, if you go back, I've tried to go back to your goalkeeper here, you could be in trouble, but Gogic decides we'll go safety first and just make sure, even if I don't get a good header, it's going out the way away from goal. So a good decision from Alex Gogic. I'm liking the midfield battle, Stephen. I don't know about you, because Idowu and Kilty, they have to start narrow, because Rangers have numbers in there, whether it's a full-back coming into that area, whether it's a winger drifting in, whether it's just them having three in there to start with, and then they've got to adjust their starting narrow and then have to spring to the full-backs when the full-backs try to get forward from Rangers. Hard job for the midfielders and the boys who are playing the 2-10s.
Eli Balcom launches it long. It refuses to run out of place. So Tavernier has to play it in all the way up to the halfway line. Smith tries to bite, takes a little touch, does so, plays it out wide. Kilty and John on that far side. Now the ball gets sent down the channel on the left-hand side, but it touch back to the goalkeeper. And Jack Butler from the edge of his 6-yard box plays it long. It's gathered by Connor Barron. Barron plays it out. Philippe Clement does a little pirouette of disgust as Rangers concede possession. And Gogic will pick up. Opportunity for Phillips to try and launch it long. Jeffy, the edge of the area, knocks the ball on the inside. Olasanya is really quick to get there. Good tackle by Sterling. Dispossesses him and plays it to Igaman. Igaman can't hold the ball in just in front of the Rangers technical area. 13 minutes gone, goalless so far. Fraser stealing lots of yards, being encouraged by a referee to move back. But it will be a St Mirren throw right down in front of us. Pomona and Adowo are both options. There's Adowo, and he scored the winning penalty against St Johnstone, taken at the second attempt. And there's the opportunity to get the ball forward, falls to Rangers, heading back towards the halfway line. Barham brought it down. Fraser comes and steals it. Adowo and Buono. Lovely interchange. Here's Marcus Fraser coming down the right hand side, clips the ball in. It's the opportunity. Greg Kiltie going through. Good tackle. Leon Balogun had to be there. Great football from St Mirren. Remains 0-0 as Phillips goes in, wins the ball, takes Hadji out afterwards. Rangers are not pressed. In fact, he took out by Rami, it was instead. Hadji's down below, thinking, I'm glad that wasn't me.
It's one of those where it's a wee bit naughty. He knows he's going to win the ball and he knows he's going to leave a bit on by Rami, but it's not reckless, so he gets away with it. But certainly Rami got a good clout, didn't he?
He did let him know he was there. Rami gathers 25 yards from goal, turns and spins in the centre, plays it back out wide onto Jeffy. Jeffy sends it down onto Hadji. Hadji takes the touch. Rangers all in blue this evening. Bring the ball into the penalty area. Hadji gets it back, trying to work the 1-2, can't do so. Here's Stephen McGinn.
You can see why he's such a fan's favourite here, Phillips. He's all action. He's fully, I mean, it's a great tackle in terms of the contact he makes. Quite risky nowadays with VAR, but you can see why he's a kitman's nightmare as well. He doesn't end the game very clean. He's struck.
You like those ones yourself, Stephen, didn't you? But going back, Marcus Fraser was brilliant just before that.
Great composure.
Yeah, just in his pass and then get forward. And it was a brilliant pick out to see Kiltie, and a better touch. It just got away from him a little bit. It was a tough one, but if it was a better touch, he'd have probably got a strike on target. Brilliant play from Marcus Fraser.
Still awaiting the opening goal. St Mirren and Rangers on Boxing Day. Tavernier out wide onto Cherney. Cherney plays the ball on the inside. Phillips can't get there. Smythe can, and he sends it long, looking for Olasanya. Oh, Balogun's done. I think he's done his hamstring. Yeah. He's hobbling his way back. Olasanya's come forward. He's driving in. Balogun sticks to his task, somehow gets there, but he is absolutely done. You could see the hamstring go, and credit to him because he kept on going.
He found a way to drag his leg, didn't he, to get there and just hold Olasanya up. But he's in trouble, and he knew it as soon as his first couple of steps. He was like,
I think he's confused, Peace Olasanya. He didn't almost know what to do, because you're thinking in that instance, just run him, he can't move. But you've ran out of grass. He's actually done well, Balogun, to cut the space he had, and big opportunity there. But that is the ball for Olasanya. It's the one he'll chase all day. He's so quick, so strong. He'll get the wrong side of you. Obviously, Leon Balogun this afternoon, it'll be over, but big chance for St Mirren to expose that. I don't think Dujan Sterling's a centre-half. I think he's looked uncomfortable a couple of times, so it's a new back line he's going to be coming up against now.
He's quick though, that's the one thing with Sterling, he's going to have to be. But Balogun, even when his hamstring hadn't gone, he would have struggled to stay with Olasanya. But I'll tell you what, to find a way, because we've seen the hamstrings go, and you just absolutely, it's like somebody shooting you in the back of the leg, and you're just like, I can't go another yard. He somehow found a way in the mind to just drag his, I don't know whether it's his left or his right, but he's dragging his leg to just block that space that Olasanya was going to run to. And you're right, Stephen, because you're thinking, right, just get up now. But I don't think he sees it all. I don't think Olasanya sees that Balogun's hamstring is gone, or he would have just been right at him, and it was a chance lost for St Mirren.
He's hobbling away down behind the goals to our left-hand side. Robin Proper is down. He's put on a bib just to continue his warm-up. I'd be amazed if Balogun can continue. The Rangers medical staff are speaking to him in the corner. Throw-in taken, little head flick on. Rangers temporarily down to 10. Hadji hooks the ball clear. Smythe on that far side watches the ball go past him. It's out of play, and St Mirren have a throw.
It might just be a nerve thing with Balogun. He's trying to give it a go, which is incredible. You can do it from your back, can't you, though, where the nerve just makes your hamstring feel as if it's gone. But I'll be amazed if he comes back on it. But he's walking a lot better, isn't he?
He is, I have to say, as Hadji comes forward. spirals it long, looking for Cherney up at the edge of the area. Cherney brings it down, tries a little step in, back inside. Conor Barron calling for it, but he's done a little drag back. Here's the opportunity. Cherney to play it out wide. Diamondi is there, drags it back once more. Cherney played it across, back onto Barron. Proper is going to come on as Rangers continue down the side. Here comes Cherney. Rangers down to 10, but they're moving well. Cherney inside the area, loses out onto Richard Taylor. Taylor passes at Olasanya. Had gone long, the pass went short. Tavernier picks up Tavernier, gives it a go. It's well wide. Stephen McGinn's alongside of Stephen. I'm no doctor, so I diagnosed the hamstring immediately. Don't take any diagnosis from me, I'm not qualified, but it certainly does look like he's done.
Yeah, his afternoon's over. Robin Proper coming onto the pitch now. But it's maybe the only thing that's allowed him to get back in. Maybe it's not totally went, and it's why he was able actually to can function enough to put Toyosi Olasanya. And if Rangers get out of here with the 3 points tonight, it could be the key moment in the game. Leon Balogun going out for his team.
Yeah, he's just walking around with the Rangers physio at the moment. Disappointing end to his evening as he comes off. Didn't play against Dundee, had played in the previous 5. 0-0 here. Rangers forced into the first changing man. Takes down Fraser. Fraser felt the contact, wasn't going to stay up there. The free kick is awarded, and the opportunity for St Mirren to get things moving. Billy Dodds is also alongside me. When you're playing against Rangers, it's little points in the game. Get through the first 10 minutes, settled into the game after 20 minutes, 0-0.
Yeah, all of that will have been said in the dressing room. Absolutely no doubt, Paul, that, you know, it's got to be times in the game where just get through it, get settled, get ourselves into it, and that's exactly what St Mirren have done. And you know what, they've been positive going forward as well.
Long ball into the area. Kilty went after it. Sterling stretches. Ball goes behind. It's going to be a throw-in to St Mirren. So a Rangers back 4 of Tavernier, Proper, Sterling and Jeffrey now in place in front of Jack Butland. And Butland will now have to watch on as Oisin Smythe gets ready to deliver the long throw. Alex Gogic is the lone player back. Long ball thrown in towards Phillips. Phillips, well, it bounced off the back of his head and then it fell down, and the opportunity fell to Elvis Pomono, and the ball has left the building. In fact, it was Roland Adowie who lashed it away on that occasion, and not quite the control that he'd be looking for.
It's one of those, he just went for a goal of the season contender, but it's a really flat throw Oisin Smythe's got. Really difficult to deal with. Although Robin Proper wins the first header, it's come off of Olasanya's head and it's bouncing about, and St Mirren will do that. The Rangers let the free kick initially bounce, they put it out for a throw in, and they'll just not make any apologies for it coming in Rangers box.
Ball comes out onto Proper. Proper takes the touch. Olasanya's beaten him though, and Proper then has to stand up and send the ball out of play, and that's what he's done. Adowie's calling for the ball quickly for the throw, but Olasanya is going to leave it for Smythe to come across and get the long throw in there again. So a pleasing spell if you're Stephen Robinson, just getting all the pressure on Rangers at the moment, trying to take advantage of the change at the back.
And absolutely, I think Robin Proper really struggled against Toyosi Olasanya, and that was the first battle. They'll have a duel, they'll have a game on, and he's tried to be clever, and Olasanya's picked his pocket.
Small played it in, easily headed away by Jeff. The outside it comes to Gaman. He's robbed, but he's fouled at the same time, and Rangers will have a free kick. Olasanya is one of these players. He's got a great deal of pace. I love the way he moves, but he doesn't shirk anything either, to be fair to him.
No, I mean, he's really hard worker. He's quite an honest player. He's came up the hard way, came up to Arbroath, found part-time life up here and how difficult it would be, and I think it's really kicked him on in his St Mirren career.
Opportunity for Rangers to come forward, but blocked. Played away by Pomono over the half-wheel, and it goes. Proper gathers. He's going to run the ball out of play, but the flag is up on the near side of Chris Ray, and it is going to be offside. Alex Ray races from the technical area, passes the ball onto the field of play, and Rangers get us moving again. 0-0 so far. St Mirren and Rangers. Ball played through Egaman up at the edge of the box, gets it out wide. Barami was almost in there, but that's a good challenge, and now moving the ball away. Declan John, opportunity to get the ball out wide. Here comes St Mirren. St Mirren on that far side, might drop it back on the inside. Elvis was looking for it. Adowie's wide. But St Mirren continue to come, lifting the ball over the top. There's a lovely chance. Olasanya's in the middle. Can they get the ball to him? Great cross. Proper gets the touch in the turn, and away it goes. And again, good work on that far side.
Brilliant play from Ocean Smythe. And Declan John, you can see why Stephen Robinson's extended his contract today. Not played a lot of football this season, but looks really fit, looks really quick, and going to be a big addition for this St Mirren team.
Signed to the end of the season. This is his first start, having come off the bench on 2 occasions. And he's lying it against his former club. The ball gets thrown in, 0-0. Tavernier with the header away. Breaks down to Ingemann. Ingemann sends it out of play on that far side, 0-0.
Do you know, when he played for Rangers, I didn't realise Declan John was so quick. I knew he had speed, but I didn't think he was that quick. In fact, the only thing quicker than him was you picking up that microphone when Kenny came to you for team news earlier on. Brilliantly played, Paul.
That was unexpected, shall we say, but we coped.
Showed a bit of speed, I'll tell you, and smooth delivery as well. I thought you were going to be all over the place when Kenny caught you out.
He tried. Long ball gets played forward. Gogic will allow that to run through onto Hilary Balcombe, and Balcombe will gather. The man from Watford, former England under-20 international player, sends it long over the halfway line. Headed away by Sterling. Propper's now on the left-hand side of the defence. Sterling on the right is played forward. Higaman brings the ball down, drops it onto Hadji, halfway line, and Conor Barron has it. And the angle comes on to Proper. Plays it across. Sterling now on to Tavernier. Philippe Clement is not happy in the Rangers technical area. They've given the ball away again. Rangers, they've won it back. Very tight. Referee David Dickinson quite happy to allow play to continue. Czerny bundles the ball from one side to the other. Lovely long pass. Here's Hadji. Hadji tries to go past his man. Can't do so. Good tracking back once more. And I'll tell you what, Bamoro and Edu on this right-hand side, they work good interchanging with each other. Quite happy for one to be further forward than the other and switch if they have to. And Bamoro at the moment is the player further forward, and he just indicates to Edu, your turn to go back up there.
It's good filling in. You're right to point it out. I mean, they've had to react. We've talked about Killian Phillips as well at times, where when you're getting moved about and you see that long diagonal, that's the one that'll do it, or get out to the full-back, then that's when they've got to adjust, and they've got to do it quickly, and they've done well so far St Mirren in the game.
Hadji plays her on the inside. Ocean Smythe will gather, plays the ball forward, picked up by Adowu, back to Norris Bamoro. And now Killian Phillips gets the ball forward, but Proper takes the touch, plays it left-footed forward, came off Smith, bouncing around inside. That's St Mirren half. Jeffrey gets it to Hadji, and he plays it back on to Proper. Proper forward to Hadji, back inside onto Dujon. Sterling, and Sterling plays it out wide. Opportunity for Rangers to play it up towards Ingemann, but he can't do so, and it runs all the way behind. Rangers have scored in the last 35 meetings against St Mirren. They usually find a way. The last time they were blank, Scottish Cup back in 2010 on this ground. And Henry Balcombe trying to find that elusive clean sheet for St Mirren goalkeepers when Rangers come to town. They will take the goal kick. Ball dropped down by Henry Balcombe. Fills the goal, all in orange, gets the ball away, growing in confidence as he gets such a good run ever present this season. Proper comes forward, wins the header, spins out wide. Ramona gathers, plays it through to Edu, his jersey tug, but the ball had run through to Olasanya. Olasanya at the edge of the air, twisting one way, trying to get past Jeffrey, can't do so. That should be a corner kick. Well, I thought it was a goal kick, but it is a corner kick that's been awarded. Did you think there was a touch?
No, I don't think it was a touch. I think it's a goal kick. You can understand Rangers fans behind the goal. They've seen quite clearly that Olasanya has the last touch. So the St Mirren need to use it to the advantage. It was a good situation. Robin Proper doesn't come out with Olasanya.
I was honestly, Steve, I'm looking at him thinking he's had that trouble with him. I mean, he's not quick anyway, Proper, but he backed off and left it to Jeff to sort out. He did it well, but anyway, St Mirren get the corner when it shouldn't have been, really.
Declan John's come across to take it. There's 24 for St Mirren. Marcus Fraser is up there. They're calling for it to be delivered to the back post. There's all sorts of waving and moving going on. Now they're going to move forward.
Changing their setup.
Yep. Quick change, in it comes. Header away, Diamondi. And Czerny will gather. Plays it forward up to Ingemann. Ingemann takes the touch under pressure. Eddie's jersey tugged by Ramono, but the ball comes back, and Smith gets the touch ahead of Czerny. Now Balcombe launches it long. I think it's Kilty. Is he onside? Because that's going all the way through. Butland comes out. He's taken him down.
Penalty.
That's a penalty. It's an absolute stick-on penalty. Butland made contact right through the back a yellow card coming out as well. But it's a penalty kick to St Mirren.
It's a stonewaller. Greg Kilty's the only person that chased down the Balcombe. Jack Butland thought about coming, didn't come, then came too late. Greg Kilty's put his body in between Butland and the ball, and Butland's wiped him out. Really good work from the St Mirren attacker, and he's got his reward.
Can't believe the decision making, really. Brilliant from St Mirren. You said that they're going to lump it, chase it at times over the top. You're thinking it's Olasanya, but it wasn't. Kilty read the flight of the ball. They'll probably have a check. Yep, they are. But my word, when he gets in, I'm thinking, Jack Butland, where are you? What are you going to do? And he takes the wrong decision. Comes, wipes Kilty out. No doubt it's a penalty. And St Mirren have a great chance to go up front if the offside doesn't apply.
So VAR is checking at the moment. Referee David Dickinson will be advised. It's Gavin Duncan who is our VAR. Back at VAR headquarters, Greg Kilty has taken a sore one, but he won't particularly mind if he's got the penalty for his team. St Mirren's problem have come with penalties, 2 of 4 from the spot this season, 6 of 9 last term, so it's not a gimme. And the referee just having a little wander away. Explain anything, you explain it to the captains. The opportunity, the check is complete. It will be a penalty, and be interesting. Steve McGinn looks like Smythe's going to take it.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, Roland DeBull hit the penalty up at St Johnstone a couple of weeks ago, but he's not even in the fight. I think Toyisi Olasanya was trying to grab the ball to add his goal tally, but Smythe's the man for St Mirren.
Yeah, it surprised me. I thought he'd do it because he made such a good job of the penalty after O'Hara's was initially saved by Josh Ray. Jack Butland going to the post, kicking the studs against the post. Referee David Dickinson striding back. And Oisin Smythe. It's all the Rangers fans behind the goal of Jack Butland, but there's a real opportunity on the half-hour mark for St Mirren to take the lead. Smythe looks, waits, Butland, outstretched arms, deep breath. Smythe steps up, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, drills it low into the corner. St Mirren have the lead in Paisley. St Mirren 1, Rangers 0.
A brilliant penalty from Oisin Smythe. He's followed it up. He's a brilliant free kick up at Dingwall last week. Really composed. Sends Jack Butland the wrong way to give St Mirren a deserved lead, in my opinion.
Emphatic, wasn't it? A bit of pressure on him in front of those Rangers fans. Just stands up, gets the run up and just opens the foot out, puts it to Butland's left hand side. Butland goes the wrong way and St Mirren are 1 up.
Took it very comfortably, that was for sure, and Rangers are behind. So Rangers going to have to come from behind. They've fallen behind in the Scottish Premiership 4 times this season. They've taken just 1 point, but they're going to have to come from behind here at Smythe Stadium. St Mirren eventually getting everybody back in their own half. There was a real Boxing Day celebration from the St Mirren players. Olasanya eventually dragged himself back into his own half. So Rangers find themselves behind on Boxing Day, and the ball gets played out wide onto Tavernier. Sterling almost wrong-footed. Now the opportunity to play the ball forward, and it's going to drift out, and the opportunity for Mono. Well, he's under pressure here. That's good work. Ingerman wins it outside the box, left-hand side, dragged back in to Connor Barron, sets up to shoot. Let's fly up and over the top it goes. Killian Phillips was the man sliding in to try and put him off. Didn't take a touch. Goal kick.
Elvis Bomono, he's tried to see it out the pitch. It was never going out. He's getting a barrel fill from his teammates. He's made that decision to try and shield it out. Ingerman's not fouled him this time. He's did well, won the ball back, and Connor Barron's just, he's taking a shot on, never going to trouble Elvis Balcombe.
Yeah, I was never going out, and sometimes it's more wishful thinking, isn't it, by defenders? You think, oh, that's going to go, it's going to go. No, it's not.
Just deal with it, ask questions later.
Here comes Richard Taylor, the man from Hackney, plays it inside. Killian Phillips drags the ball back onto Fraser. Fraser sends it forward. The opportunity comes in for Proper to try and make the challenge. He does so. St Mirren will win the throw. Roland Dowu doing well. And Killian Phillips, a little hand clap, says thank you for that. Shane Smythe comes across. and he will take the long throw of the Scotia.
Earlier in the game, Olasanya was almost kind of working both channels, but as soon as Robin Proppers came on, he's just playing down that channel. It's St Mirren are trying to work at. He's not comfortable running, he's not comfortable coming out into this channel, and he's trying to isolate him as much as possible.
Oisin Smythe back-to-back starts for the first time this season. It's on the Scotia, throws the ball and it's bouncing around horribly. Sterling got there and sent it away. Smythe goes in there again, drags the ball back. Here's the opportunity to play it in. Marcus Fraser and Jack Butland will make the catch in the breadbasket and get things moving on that far side. But it's a real boost for St Mirren, leading by 1-0. As it gets played long, the 18th goal scored in Scottish Premiership football this afternoon, were arguably the performance of Kilmarnock 4, Aberdeen 0. Derek McInnes take a lot to get the smile off his face this evening as the ball gets played back onto Robin Propper. Propper wants some movement ahead of him. Hadji offers himself, plays the ball back once more. Out wide it goes on to Sterling. St Mirren flooding players forward. Kilty, Declan John arrives in behind, but Rangers pass their way through. Headed by Rami out wide onto Jeffrey. The ball rather a little bit behind him, so he had to wait for a moment, go back and gather. He's got it out wide on this left-hand side. Drag back onto Connor Barron. Barron on the inside. Diamondi plays the ball through. Here's a chance for Rangers if they can get things moving. Hadji seemed to take his time. Out wide to the left-hand side onto Jeffrey. Back inside onto Connor Barron. Barron to Diamondi. Lots of passing, but no penetration at the moment from Rangers. Here's Vaclav Černý. Černý driving up at the edge of the box. Better from Rangers. Igaman forced outside as well. Here's Diamondi. Ball onto the left foot. Tries the shot. Was never really going to make much of that. Hadji goes down at the edge of the area. Play on, says the referee. Didn't see anything wrong with it. Two players sliding in on that far side. Diamondi quick to get back up and Rangers recover.
It's brilliant from Smythe and Declan John. We talked about how hard St Mirren have got to work that diagonal again, and Adu was the one who's in narrow and has to get back out to Jeffrey because the full-back's the one that's free.
Long ball floated into the area, good header away, but it might come back onto Jeffrey, and Phillips steps in the way, heads the ball clear, and then it's launched long by St Mirren. Olasanya, my goodness, he's fast. It looked like Sterling was standing still momentarily.
Sterling's quick as well, though, and that's why, and Stephen quite rightly points out, I mean, if you're Olasanya, you are playing in that his right channel, Rangers left, and you're at Proper all the time because he's not the quickest and he panics at times, and then when you stand him up and you get there first, he backs off because he knows he's got a lack of pace.
John on the inside. We go with Ramono's calling for it. That's where it lands. Elvis Ramono's thinking about the shot. Gets it away. I tell you what, power. Not quite sure of the angle it was on, but Proper managed to bounce the ball away. Didn't know too much about it. Fraser then takes out Ingeman. Not quite sure if he's injured or whether he injured himself in that challenge. I thought he tried to stand in the way of the Rangers player.
I think he's used all his experience. I know Mark as well, so does Stephen, and I'll tell you what, he doesn't even chase the long ball, he just waits, and Igaman's shown a bit of inexperience because instead of running round him, he's still young, he's raw, he's got talent, Igaman, we know that, but he just runs straight into him. That's why Marcus Fraser's picked up the injury. But you'd have to say experience, would you call it, Stephen, or clever play, because he wasn't even interested in the ball. I think he could have got a foul against him there, Marcus Fraser, and Czerny's not happy, Philip Clement's not happy, they're letting him know, but he used his head there, didn't he?
Yeah, Marcus, he's bought a few of the fouls in the corner. Iggy, he's quite rash, and that one I didn't think he actually needed to, and he's got a really sore one. They can be really sore, that knee just above the hip, and he's such a big player for St Mirren. I think he's played really well here. 200th game for St Mirren. It'd be a big blow if he has to go off here.
No, who else does it well? Graham Shinnie,
yeah.
Graham Shinnie does it. It's that experience to say, well, I'm chasing the ball 50 yards up the channel, I'm just going to wait and try to make it look clumsy as if he's run into me, and that's exactly what happened there. Picked up a sore one. I think he could have got a foul against him, Marcus Fraser, but clever.
I think
Philippe Clement was yellow carded there, Stephen. He's made his feelings known, shall we say.
I think it sums up Rangers' night so far, with Černý and Phil Clement both picking up yellows for dissent. I was just one person I think in the league's really good at, young Lennon Miller. He must have watched his dad really closely over the years, because Big Lee was excellent at that, buying the fouls.
St Mirren and Rangers head-to-head on Boxing Day. St Mirren leading by 1-0. Adu trying to go for the byline. He might get past Barron. Spins the ball across. Kilty runs outside the box on that left-hand side. Tavernier pursuing him to pick up the ball for St Mirren. Declan John was available, but he has to play it back towards the halfway line. Taylor into Phillips. Stands on the ball. Takes the touch. Plays it back on to Taylor. Now launched long, but Tavernier picks up Ngallas, playing against St Mirren for the 25th time, the Rangers captain, and plays it out wide onto Cherney, who earned that yellow card for words spoken. Cherney stepping on the inside, lays it across onto Diamondi. Diamondi could play it out wide. Jefty coming down the left-hand side. Jefty looks, hooks the ball in the middle. Balcom comes, and Gallas uses his 6'3" frame very well to take charge of the situation, and he's in no hurry to get the ball moving, and just a chance, Stephen, just to calm things down.
Yeah, I think if you ask Stephen Robinson, if Rangers are to just throw balls into the box from that deep in the pitch, they're going to lap it up. Balcom will come and get it. Igamani's not that tight. He's not even a Dessers where he can score a header. He wants to link the play, and I think St Mirren have been really bright. I think they were delighted with not obviously the score, but how well they're playing. They've been playing some really nice stuff.
Phillips wins the ball, but it's knocked to Taylor. Taylor then hits the ball against Cherney. Cherney tries to chase it, racing from his goal. Trellery Balcom now, he's launched it long. Kilty tries to bring it under control. Sterling is there, forced to take a touch down by the corner flag. Plays it in, keeps it in onto Tavernier. Tavernier strokes it forward. Cherney gets the touch. Taylor a little bit early, but he recovers and plays the ball back onto Trellery Balcom. Now out onto this near side. St Mirren 1, Rangers 0. Rangers have won the last 7 between these two sides, but the last 3 have all been by a single goal. They've been tight contests, and it's tight again today, but it is advantage to St Mirren at the moment. Here's the opportunity for Connor Barron to pick up. Barron looks ahead, comes all the way back, and Rangers just trying to build again.
I just think St Mirren, it's all credit to them, because I think Kilmarnock get thrown a wee bit by Rangers' new movement, if you want to call it that. St Mirren have been ready for, and Ross County as well, but then St Mirren have been ready for that Rangers movement, their interaction in that front area, and every time that they've moved somebody about, somebody else has been ready. They just know their jobs tonight. They say if they get you in a wide area, you've got to get out quick. You can see it.
Rangers come and get the cross in. Diamondi looked a little bit heavy on the follow through, but the ball is out of play again. The match officials see no problem with the challenge despite the protests, and Rangers get things moving again. Half time 5 minutes away. Sports Sound on BBC Radio Scotland on Boxing Day. I'm Paul Mitchell, Billy Dodds, Steve McGinn alongside me. Here's the opportunity for Rangers. Comes back onto Hadji. Thought about the dig, still going forward. He's 30 yards from goal. Rushed away by Killian Phillips. He says, I'll take that. And then gets the ball, plays it out wide. Adobe waits for it just on the halfway line. Back inside onto Smythe. Smythe will gather. Has a little look forward. Could play it out to Declan John, but the ball was intercepted. Cherney was there.
It's a brilliant touch from Diamondi, because he's in again, Declan John on that left-hand side. If Diamondi doesn't get a touch in that, I think he's taken off, maybe even got a shot at goal or right through and goal at the angle. Plenty to do, I know, but it's such an important touch from Diamondi there to break that up.
Long ball played forward up to the edge of the area. Knocked away, and St Mirren will gather. That'll be launched up towards Olasanya. Sterling read it though, got it down on his chest just inside his own half, and plays the ball onto Connor Barron. Barron plays it out wide on that far side. St Mirren leading by 1-0. They did not even lead against Rangers last term. Met 4 times, 3 of the 4 in Paisley. Rangers winning all 4. Rangers winning earlier on this season. Gogic with an equaliser after Diamondi had put Rangers ahead, and Vaclav Černý was the man who got the winner with 21 minutes to play. Here it's 1-0 to the home side. Connor Barron looks ahead. Rangers pressing, attacking the goal to our left-hand side, all in blue. Ball gets played into the middle. Gogic can't get there. The head flick comes on. Igaman tries to bring it down. Takes a second touch. Turn, got the volley away. Good technique. Just couldn't get the power needed to get the shot away as he wanted.
He showed good strength as well. He was marked closely from behind, getting nudged, and he took it on his chest, shifted the ball a little bit, and a quick turn and hit, but it's straight down the throat of Balcom. That's been Rangers' best effort so far in the match.
Long from the goalkeeper. Jeffrey won it. Barron took a horrible spin just away from Anas Hadji, and St Mirren will have a throw. Phillips just trying to catch his breath for a moment, stands back up, and born in San Diego, a Republic of Ireland under-21 international player. And St Mirren look to get this ball forward from Marcus Fraser. Fraser down the side it goes, no way through for Ramona, so it'll come back to the halfway line, and Gogic heads it out with that kind of efficiency and look of, always looks angry when he heads the ball. Alex Gogic, there's no other way to put it. Played on the inside by Rangers. Trailing here by 1-0. Here's Tavernier. Tavernier gathers halfway line, far side, played back onto Sterling. St Mirren getting back into their shape. Well, now the long angle ball, brilliant ball. Hadji brings it down on his chest, trying to get away from Momota into the middle, clips it across, takes a bounce, goes behind. The offside is the decision, so Rangers will not get their corner that they thought they'd earn, and St Mirren will just waste another few moments finding a ball and then taking a goal kick.
But it's that one, Stephen, isn't it, that'll test St Mirren. They've hit that diagonal quickly, maybe 3-4 times in the match, and it's got St Mirren, it's got them at their most open. They've got so much yardage to do to adjust, but he's offside there. But it's the best way forward for Rangers. They've just not done it enough. They've tried it 3 or 4 times, I say, and it's not come to anything, but they've got it. It's their best chance of getting in behind St Mirren because they've looked rock solid.
It's a key period. St Mirren have put so much into the first half. You can see it's the first couple of times that 1 or 2 of them look as if they're a little bit tired from what they put in, so really big couple of minutes coming up for St Mirren.
Well, Lasagna felt he was elbowed there, didn't look like it. Rangers spin the ball away. Jeffney, well, he stopped before the free kick had been awarded. Idowu eventually concedes on that occasion, and Jeffney had full confidence that the referee was going to give his decision. There's a bit of problems going on. Phillips and Baialani, I think, are just getting a little stern word for referee David Dickinson, just having a little intervention there, and Jeffney prepares to take the free kick inside his own half. Fourth official gets ready with a board at his side, and we'll see how many additional minutes are to be played. Proper sends it long, looking for Hadji. Hadji tries to get there, stumbled and fell, and all he can do is turn and play the ball out, but he's offside again. And Rangers just, well, that sometimes happens when you're trying to press a little bit too much, Billy Dodge. You just find yourself straying and just trying to play the wrong side of the line.
Yeah, and a wee bit, he's not the quickest, Hadji, so he might just gamble a wee bit early as well. That's the diagonal that he's offside, and then the straight ball there that he's found himself offside. That's because Buamono has been different class so far. He talked about him and Idowu just changing over, filling one another's positions when somebody's been dragged out of position, and they've been great so far during the match. St Mirren really have, on and off the ball.
6 additional minutes to be played. Roland Idowu, 2 Rangers players ahead of him. He's going to win a corner, played it off Barron, it goes behind, and Steve McGinn will be delighted with another set play.
Yeah, absolutely. The big kick from Balcom's causing them all sorts of problems. You wonder if maybe James Tavernier or Robin Proper, more experienced boys, are saying, look, let's just start 5 yards deeper, because he's just hitting it just over our head and it's causing absolute mayhem. So I know nowadays modern football you have to start high, but sometimes you just need to game management, start 5 yards deeper and come on and win the header.
You've got to get your line correct from by kicks and set pieces, that's for sure.
Declan John will take the corner from the right hand side. St Mirren, lots of players inside the area. It's drifted long to the back post, goes over the head of everyone. Taylor, and the ball drifts behind, and Jack Butland runs, chases and jumps over the board back again, trying to add a little bit of urgency. Big few minutes here, Stephen, if St Mirren can find themselves in at half-time 1-up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the players deserved it. I do think they deserve to be in the lead. They've been really bright, playing some really good stuff, and they're working to a man so hard. So, as you say, it's a big 4 or 5 minutes mentally against Celtic and Rangers. They keep moving you side to side. It's about, as you say, moments. Getting at half-time would be huge. Rangers
have won the last 4 matches in the Scottish Premiership without conceding, but St Mirren have found a way past the penalty kick. Shane Smythe getting the goal as the referee is blowing his whistle to indicate there's a free kick. He was looking over at the 4th official and at Stephen Robinson as well momentarily, just to confuse everybody here.
Well, they're confused. I think the 4th official was confused. Stephen Robinson was confused. Us up here, we're the same. What is that for? I'm still not sure. I really don't know, because he's blown his whistle like 3 or 4 sharp whistles, isn't he? And then it's like, all right, I'll just give this free kick and that'll get me out of jail.
I feel as if Rangers players are taking the bait, they're getting involved with the referee, they're getting really frustrated, and moaning about everything. They need to concentrate on getting the football, and St Mirren are happy with these breaks in play, and it's another one that Balcombe can put into Rangers' box.
Well, it was Adowie and Jeffy who were arguing there as the ball comes in. Tavernier lets it bounce, and his goalkeeper stretches up, and hopefully he got the call from Tavernier that he was going to leave it, and the ball comes back into James Tavernier once more. Out wide it comes. Jeffy brings the ball down on the halfway line. We're at stoppage time at Paisley. You're with us here on BBC Radio Scotland. Proper drops it forward onto Diamondi. He's having to drop a little bit shorter to come and gather. Here's Hadji on the left hand side, pulled back once more onto Proper inside onto Sterling. Rangers again moving from side to side. Tavernier gathers. Sterling is there. Tavernier then makes a run forward. Ball flicked into his path, but it's knocked away well. Gogic backtracking is Diamondi. Diamondi then steps across Olasanya. Free kick, St Mirren, yellow card as well.
He just doesn't hide it as well as Marcus Fraser, does he, Mo Diamondi? I mean, it's the same kind of incident. He knows the ball's beyond him. He's looking for the man, but he just makes it so obvious, where Marcus made it look clumsy, as if he didn't know where the man was. It's that experience and inexperience again, because that was the exact same situation.
I've watched this Rangers team down at Kilmarnock against Vassell, Watkins. Olasanya's in the same category. You cannot let the ball bounce. If you let the ball bounce,
game we did together.
Yeah, you let the ball bounce and they'll get after it and they'll cause you all sorts of trouble. I don't think Diamondi's tried to deal with it, but just put your head through it.
Declan John to the byline, deflected, goes behind. St Mirren will have another corner to round off this first half. We played 4 minutes of the additional 6. St Mirren leading by 1-0. And Oisin Smythe, the goal scorer, will wander out to take. St Mirren with the black and white jerseys with the red numbers, which I presume have got the correct numbers, because personally I can't see them as the ball gets ready to come in from Smythe on that far side. And the opportunity to drop this one in again. William Phillips, furthest player to the left-hand side. Richard Taylor is always a danger. Proper went down, the ball comes in. Butland hooks it away. Rangers wanted a free kick. They're going to get it as well. I think that's the correct call.
It was on Hadji, but I'll tell you what, I think Hadji's lucky. I think it was strength, and he actually just bumped off Richard Taylor. It's a mismatch anyway, but he just turned and he tried to run with him and clattered off him, and anyway the referee gives a free kick, but I'm not so sure that one was.
Rangers had the best home record in the Scottish Premiership coming into today, 25 points from 9 games, which is 10 points from 7 away matches. The away day troubles are continuing in Paisley. They're trailing by 1-0. A bright St Mirren performance so far on Boxing Day, and they lead by 1-0. Final minute of the prescribed 6. Here's Hadji over the halfway line, takes a touch. Conor Barron calling for it centre circle, but Hadji trying to be more positive, plays it out wide onto Tavernier. Tavernier takes the touch, launches it into the middle. The goalkeeper will come and gather. Bayrami had made a great run, but Ellery Balcombe again. Stephen McGinn tracked that well.
Yeah, really confident. When you see James Tavernier, he doesn't catch it right. He's put too much height on it, but Ellery Balcombe, it's such a good feeling when your goalkeeper comes and just takes the pace right out the game, and this should see us see St Mirren through to half-time. Opportunity
to play the ball forward comes over the halfway line. Jeffy goes in, entered out of play. Coming into today in terms of form, the last 8, Celtic 22 points, Rangers 16, St Mirren 13. So they have been doing well, and they will go in at the interval leading by 1-0. The penalty kick given away by Jack Butland for his foul on Greg Kiltie, and Oisin Smythe stepped up, sent the goalkeeper the wrong way, and that's why St Mirren have the lead. St Mirren, who didn't lead against Rangers last term or at Ibrox in the match this season, walk off the field with the advantage. Half-time here, St Mirren 1, Rangers 0.
On digital radio,
FM,
online at BBC Sports Scotland,
your smart speaker,
and on BBC Sounds.
This is Sports Sound from BBC Radio Scotland.
There's no substitute.
Start 2025 off in good company.
I'm Greg Hemphill.
I'm Jules Wilson-Nimmo. I'm declaring it right now that we're going to have a New Year's party.
Huge turnaround for you, because you've always been a bit of a groundhog. You just hide away at New Year.
Don't like groundhog, maybe.
Because he doesn't come out till about February or something.
with great music.
So maybe I'll take care of the music when everybody's feeling a little bit jaded and just get that swaying going.
And stories of New Year's past.
This cool customer that you're hearing just now blew his gasket.
Jules and Greg's New Year. New Year's Day from 11 a.m. on BBC Radio Scotland and Sounds.
You're listening to Sports Sound on BBC Radio Scotland. We've been on air since midday. We kicked off with the Edinburgh Derby. Hearts 1, Hibs 2. We heard live in the programme earlier from David Gray. We'll hear from the Hearts head coach Neil Critchley just shortly on Sports Sound. Celtic 4, Motherwell 0. Dundee 0, Ross County 3. Kilmarnock 4, Aberdeen 0. St Johnstone 1, Dundee United 2. And half-time St Mirren 1. Rangers 0, that Oisin Smith penalty on the half-hour mark. And you'd have to say, Stephen McGinn, it's thoroughly deserved on the home side. They've been really, really good in that first half.
Yeah, absolutely. They've played, I mean, they've worked so hard, first and foremost. Some of the play has been excellent. I think a few of the players have really stepped up. Dodgy mentioned it in commentary. Declan John and Bomono at times they've doubled up out wide, but they've been really, they've defended so resolute. They've held Rangers up and waited for the midfield support to come over. I think Killian Phillips has been absolutely everywhere. And I think, again, I think that, I mean, the football in this country, one of the fundamentals is dealing with bouncing balls and aerial contacts. I don't think Rangers have done it well enough, and St Mirren have looked dangerous every time Ellery Balcombe has the ball, and I think the penalty comes from that.
Yeah, no doubt at all, it was a correct decision, the penalty kick. It was a blatant one, the challenge from Jack Butland's team, but a really cool finish in the spot.
Yeah, absolutely. And his free kick last week was outstanding, the way he hit it. And you wonder sometimes, I mean, I never hit penalties, but with the extra VAR checks, the extra time, is the goalkeeper able to psych him out? But no, absolutely calm, cool, sends Jack Butland the wrong way, and he's really stepped up in Makahara's absence. Makahara not only a big player for St Mirren, but the penalty taker, and Oisin Smith, he'd be really happy with his afternoon so far.
A lot of work for Philippe Clement to do in the dressing rooms down below you there at the Smice Stadium, Billy. Just not good enough in the first half.
No, definitely not. I think that was down to St Mirren, though, as Stephen was explaining, in possession, being calm and then mixing it up by turning it over the top, out of possession, being ready for Rangers movement, and that's what's lacked. They've found this new movement, as I was saying to you, Kenny, with Hadji being left and drifting in, and it's not happened today. St Mirren have adjusted well and they've been ready for that, and they've not posed a problem. It took them till 42 minutes for Igaman to get the first real effort and goal. When he swiveled, turned and hit the shot, it was straight at Balcombe, but not created enough. Can't move them about. The best way forward for Rangers is the quick switches out to Hadji or the wide players, Tierney, or get your full-backs on the ball and make it hard for, and more difficult for St Mirren to switch and adjust. But anyway, I think there'll be movement in the Rangers bench. We watched Danilo, we watched Raskan warm up there, so I think they'll be making a few changes, Rangers, as well. Because
Raskan has been a key player for them in recent weeks. He's probably the best player on the side, you could argue, Billy.
Aye, but I think because of the fixtures coming up, I know you can't just keep on changing for change's sake, but I think he's trying to give players a rest because the amount of fixtures that are coming up, and Raskin is the one that's rested today, but Barron has struggled to be a real influence in the game, and you're right, he's been the best player, so I think he'll be coming on at half time because they need to change it. They need their best players on the pitch. They need to get a result.
How do you play this if you're Stephen Robinson, Stephen? At half time you're sitting in control of the game with a 1-0 advantage, a deserved 1-0 advantage. Do you feel there, as a manager, Rangers are there for the taking? You go out, you pile on the pressure, you try and get a second goal that could kill the game, or is a natural tendency to sit in?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if the score stays 1-0 at some point in the second half, I think St Mirren will declare and try and see it out. They'll back themselves to get a clean sheet. But I think the key message will be from Stephen Robinson is we've been the better team here. Also the fact that Rangers picking up yellow cards, manager getting yellow cards for dissent and complaining, absolutely feed on that. Continue to rattle them, continue to keep the game going like this. And the one thing they have, Rangers, they are worried about Tuisa Olasanya. So what St Mirren have, and a couple of times they've under-hit it. If they can find Tuisa Olasanya behind Robin Propper, then there's another goal here for them.
Yeah, we shall see a big second half ahead for both clubs. As I said, we kicked off on Sports Sound at midday, 12:30 start at Tynecastle. What a result for the away side. Hearts 1, Hibs 2. Dwight Gale with the winning goal on 78 minutes. Huge celebrations with a big away support behind the goal there. Fantastic for David Gray, the way he's managed to turn things around in recent weeks. As for Hearts, it continues to be a real struggle. They are second from bottom of the table, played 19, 16 points, 2 adrift of Ross County, who are above them now after a great win for Don Cowie's side, and 2 points clear of St Johnstone. Another defeat for Simo Valacari. We'll hear from the managers, more managers, later in the programme. For now, let's then hear from the Hearts head coach, Neil Critchlow. He spoke after the game with our reporter, Brian McLaughlin.
Neil, wasn't to be today. What was your thoughts on that game?
No, I didn't think we played well enough. Started the game reasonably well, but then concede, which has been an Achilles heel, conceding the first goal. We've done that too many occasions from a really, corner, set piece, free goal, and I think that knocked us. I don't think we played anywhere near like we're capable of in the first half until the last about 10 minutes of the half, where we grew into the game. Got a bit of fortune with the goal, but we were fortunate to be 1-1 at half time. Second half, I thought we played better, had more to control the game. In the ascendancy, I think you could feel the ground and the atmosphere growing, and but then we go and do what we have done too many occasions, concede a really poor goal, and we're left chasing. And until we stop that, it's going to prevent us from building any consistency.
Why is that happening, Neil, time after time?
Good question. Look, the goal was, we give the ball away in the middle of the pitch. It's a mistake, and then we allow Dwight Gale to run unmarked. We don't get out and block the cross quick enough. Cadden's got quality, and Dwight Gale does what Dwight Gale does. He's built a career on good movement in the box and a good finish. And that's the difference between the two teams. We didn't produce that at one end, and that's why Hibs have won the game at the other end.
In terms of the goals, was it too easy for Hibs to put the ball into the box here? Because Craig Gordon in the first half, and indeed in the second period, made some terrific saves. Otherwise, Hibs could have been out of sight.
No, I say we weren't good enough today. We didn't. I don't think we did enough in that game. We played okay in some spells, but not for long enough. And in a game like this, that's not enough.
Is there enough quality in the squad, or does that have to be addressed in January?
Well, we're always looking to try and improve. There's parts of our squad that needs reinforcing, in my opinion, and that's what we've got to try and do. And at the moment, we're not finding solutions from within. We're trying different permutations of different players, and we're asking for them to produce on a more consistent basis. And at the moment, we can do it one game, or we can do it within a game for a spell, but not from game to game. And that's not going to get us where we want to go.
No, that consistency you're looking for then, isn't it?
Yeah, without a doubt, yeah. If you want to play for this football club and get us to where we want to go, we need players with the mentality and the quality to produce on a regular basis. And at the moment, we're not doing that.
The last thing you need ahead of the new year is a trip to Dingwall, I would imagine, against a team who are going to make it tough and are battling away at the same end of the table of Hearts. What are your expectations there? And I think you're going to be without Camadevlin. He's suspended for that game. Yeah,
he will be. Yeah, our expectation is what it always is to try and take the game to the opposition and play with the right mentality and the right amount of intensity and also the quality. You've got to get the balance right, and we didn't today. And we know it's going to be a tough game, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the game because again, we need to. I'm still learning. I'm still learning a lot about this group from game to game, and I'm learning which ones are going to be hopefully coming on the journey long term and the ones who won't be.
Have you made your mind up on one or two already, or can the players still make their mind up for you?
No, their performances answer your questions sometimes, and you see that in training, which has not been too much because we've had limited time between games, but the best way to answer that always is actions on the pitch. And at the moment we have players who perform well within games or one game and then not quite the next game, and I didn't think we as a team I think we had too many under par performances from players today.
The Hearts head coach Neil Critchley there, following their 2-1 defeat at home to Hibs this lunchtime. As I said, 11th in the table, 2 points clear of St Johnstone, who are bottom. Stephen, I know you saw a good bit of the game. We covered it live on Sportsun earlier on today. There's no doubt at all that Hibs deserved to win the game. Craig Levein was on beforehand. He had serious concerns with this Hearts side. Alan Preston on after it, saying, look, make no mistake about this, Hearts are very much in a relegation dogfight. It's incredible, isn't it, when you look at the quality in that Hearts squad, Stephen, that they find themselves in this position.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it shows you how tough the league is as well. What I would say is I thought Hibs were excellent. I've obviously been to a lot of Hibs Hearts games over the last few years with both my brothers playing Hibs. I think even John's Hibs team went about 10 or 11 games unbeaten in the fixture. I was saying to Billy off air, I can't remember Hibs ever been as dominant as they were today.
Yeah.
After about 30 or 40 minutes, they could have been 3-0 up. And I think the goal obviously changes the game, but Hibs came off it for 5-10 minutes, let Hearts back into the game, but thoroughly deserved. And we think of the tough start Dave Gray's had as a permanent manager. I think he's really put a stamp on the team. I thought the way they were set up, but Hearts just never dealt with the wing backs at all. Hibs made the game so big and they just couldn't get to grips with it at all.
Yeah, I watched most of it, Kenny, as well, and I'm like, domination, and I thought that word as well, and real confidence about Hibs. David Gray will be thinking it's an easy gig now after what's happened just with the amount of results he's getting now, 4 out of the last 5, and then the other one played well against Celtic. So there's a real, and we always say the word confidence, it's the basic words in football, but it has meant a lot to Hibs. I saw them last week at Aberdeen, were excellent. They carried that into Tynecastle today where they dominated the game and could have scored a lot more.
You guys have seen it as player, as manager, where a player comes into a club and he just acts as a catalyst. I think it's fair to say that's been the case with Nicky Cadden, signed in the summer. Just watching some of the performances, his attitude, his character, he's been a terrific acquisition for Hibs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's so direct in the quality coming in. It'd have been a really nice touch if they scored that Cadden to Cadden. But yeah, as you say, it doesn't look scarred almost in terms of the last couple of years at Hibs. He's obviously taken a keen interest with his brother Chris being there, but he's almost just taken it and he's grabbed it by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, he's been brilliant going forward. But the bit for me, Kenny, if you remember on Optimal Mike's last week when he had to do the dirty work going back the way as well, when he chased 40 yards to get the tackle in and they were all celebrating as if he'd scored a goal. So Nicky Cadden's been a real plus point for them and has helped turn their form and their fortunes, and it's been a breath of fresh air, hasn't he?
Yeah, Dodds was up at that game for us in dreadful conditions. Big travelling support again for the Hibs, and they delivered for their support last weekend and delivered again today in the derby match at Tynecastle. The teams are back out in Paisley. A big job ahead, you'd have to say, for Philippe Clement and his players, because there is no doubt at all that St Mirren deserve to be ahead 1-0 thanks to that penalty from Oisin Smith on the half-hour mark. So let's get back to our team in Paisley. It's Rangers away to St Mirren with Stephen McGinn, Billy Dodds and Paul Mitchell.
Thank you, Kenny. It was an eventful half-time. I think I've just eaten a doner kebab pie for the very first time. So, well, you get something new at Christmas time, you can't really complain. Changes coming, though. Danilo and Raskan coming on. Connor Barron and Mirren Bayram are the two players who earn the Order of the Hook from Philippe Clement. And Rangers making those two changes, not wasting any time in doing so. We certainly knew Danilo was coming on. He was warming up. He'd taken off tracksuit top and the yellow bib, and he was ready to go. He's showing great eagerness. And David Dickinson wanders out. St Mirren have lost 3 of the last 4 Scottish Premiership games on Boxing Day. They won the other 2, 2-0 against Ross County back in 2020. And Rangers have lost only 1 of the last 26 Boxing Day league games. They've won 22, drawn 3, going down to Motherwell by 1-0 back in 2002, which, if my memory serves me correct, James McFadden got the winner that day. Here's Danilo waiting to get underway. Rangers all in blue, St Mirren traditional home colours of the black and white, with the black shorts and the black socks. Sterling forward to Diamondi, to Raskan's having to chase after that immediately, wins it, gets it over the halfway line, and Raskan gathers again. He'd started the last 14 matches Nicholas Raskin. Philippe Clement telling me before the game, just a little bit of rotation going on. So many games coming up in this Christmas period. Sterling out wide onto Tavernier. Tavernier launches it forward up to the edge of the area. Gogic hooks the ball clear, comes off the back of the head of Diamondi down onto Tavernier. Richard Taylor can't get there as a man went down. Diamondi, referee happy. The Rangers have the ball for play to continue. Czerny, Tavernier plays it across. Egerman didn't actually gamble, he could have done. Now Jeffy has the ball outside the box on that left-hand side. Low ball driven in, comes down. Someone taking an ace to clear. They haven't done so. Here's Hadji at the edge of the area. Hadji pushed away by Killian Phillips. And I mean pushed away. That's a free kick. Stephen McGinn, former St Mirren player, 2 spells at St Mirren. What did you make of that?
I think St Mirren get away with one down here. I think David Dickinson missed a foul at this side. I don't think that one is a foul. I think that's just upper body strength from Phillips. The original move, really good play from Rangers. Egerman, he's got to be there. He's got to be there. He's been hanging out at the back, stick out in the left wing, but you've got to be in there, tap in for you.
Yeah, he certainly looked like he should have been there.
Yeah, him and Danilo had pulled out the way, and Egerman was that left side. And when the St Mirren player, because as a defender you have to look when the ball's coming in. When it was played, he should have just darted across his man, but didn't.
Hadji and Tavernier stand over the ball. James Tavernier, 6 goals for Rangers against St Mirren. Most of them come from 12 yards out. This one just wide from double that distance. Terrific effort, got the curl on it, but it just couldn't find a way to get her on target.
You're just waiting for the net to bulge, aren't they, Stephen? We're at this side in the main stand, and Tavernier's whipped it, reversed it with his right foot. He's got pace, his power. You can see it's going to be under the level of the crossbar, but it just misses the far right-hand post. A really good effort, just can't hit target though.
I don't know what caused maybe to think it was getting in more. Ellery Balcom being outstretched to the Rangers media team, jumping up in front of us there.
I have to say, I thought it was going in as well from where we watched. From a St Mirren perspective, just went wide. Olasanya wins it. Bedoe out wide, looking to try and get the ball in. Only one inside the box, but he's past his man. Low ball and save at the near post from Jack Butland. Butland gathers immediately, looks to get things moving once more. But both teams starting the second half brightly.
Yeah, it's picked up at the same pace. Rangers obviously have upped it. They're passing the ball quicker, but St Mirren have showed how dangerous they can be. Another long ball. Rangers let it bounce, and Adowu, I think he's maybe made the wrong decision to shoot from that angle, but really positive play off the back of soaking up pressure.
Raskin to Tavernier up at the edge of the St Mirren box. Czerny plays her on the inside. Diamondi, little reverse, plays it back out wide onto Tavernier. Great ball and touched away by the goalkeeper. Egerman brings it down, brought it down well. His shot was poor, looked off his foot. Might actually came off almost just above the toe that he wanted to get on it, and it scooped high up and in to the crowd behind the goal, being defended by Ellery Balcom. It remains St Mirren 1, Rangers 0.
It's the first time in the game the St Mirren wing-backs have been doubled up, and Rangers have used it to their advantage. They've sucked Declan John out and they've rolled in Tavernier twice, and he's put in 2 really dangerous balls, and I think that's something Greg Kiltie, Declan John, Richard Taylor will need to identify and have a chat about.
Ellery Balcom in goal for St Mirren. Fraser, Gogic and Taylor the back 3. Bomono, Phillips, Smith and John, and Adowu, Olasanya and Kiltie. That's the home 11. That is unchanged. Rangers now with Butland in goal. It's Tavernier, Sterling, Proper and Jeffy, Diamondi, Raskin, Hadji, Czerny, Egerman and Danilo. Throw-in comes from Taylor down the side to Olasanya. Olasanya can't hold on. Back left, Czerny got the winner when these sides met. Picks up. First meeting of the season. Czerny, as Rangers did lead, and now we're pegged back here. They're the ones trying to do the pegging back. Ball played out wide onto Tavernier. Tavernier hits it off. Declan John goes behind. It's going to be a corner kick, first of the second half to Rangers.
Yeah, using that full back position, it's a thing that Rangers had to do, and they never did it enough, as we said to Ken at half time. But Tavernier again getting down the right hand side, but gets a corner when it's blocked away.
Up to the edge of the box, picked up by Czerny. Czerny turns, spins, plays it back out to Tavernier. Hadji waits, but the cross goes into the middle. Solid header away. Killian Phillips flying through the air with the greatest of ease, it would appear, as the ball gets played out wide for Rangers. Back by the halfway line. Jeffy, long ambitious ball on the angle, down to Tavernier, got the shot away. His block comes on the inside. Proper had stayed forward, he can't get there, and it's hooked clear. Takes a couple of bounces and goes out of play. Oisin Smith is trying not to help the commentators because he's taken off his underlayer, so he now just has the short sleeve. I was looking for the long black sleeves, but managed to clock that it was him in the end.
Stephen Robinson was really frustrated there because Robin Proper decided just to stay up, so St Mirren had a break on. I think Oisin, he's better than the ball he ended up playing. He plays it out the park. It probably shows how dominant Rangers have been in the first 5 minutes. He's worked that hard, that the quality wasn't quite there, but that was an opportunity for St Mirren.
Yeah, that's what they did well, isn't it, Stephen? That calmness when they got the ball, even if it's in their own, at the edge of their own box, when they were breaking up an attack.
Diamondi onto Tavernier. Tavernier up at the edge of the area. Czerny drags the ball back, can't get past Taylor. Taylor almost goes in with the challenge, but it was played away well by Idowu. Over the halfway line it comes. Trying to get his way forward is Greg Kiltie. Kiltie then tugs the jersey of Mo Diamondi, who tried to continue. Killian Phillips gave him a little nudge. It's a free kick. It's no more, no less than that. The Rangers fans unhappy, but I think it's the fact that he continued Diamondi around, just stopped, take the free kick and play the whistle. Hadji has it. Drifts the ball out wide over the halfway line. Jeffy gets a little touch on the inside. Look at man. Back on to Hadji. Hadji trying to hook the ball out again onto this near side. Tavernier is there. Czerny's available. That's where it goes. Comes back to Tavernier. Tavernier on to Danilo. Where's 99? Raskat. Lovely pass out wide. Jeffy gathers. Looks to try and get the ball into the middle. Good cross. Taylor. Solid header away from the edge of the 6-yard box. Picked up again by Rangers. Ingemann. Must be warm out there. He's ditched the gloves. Now it comes out wide onto Czerny. Czerny driving his way forward into the middle. Came off Taylor. Breaks into the middle. Good standing there by Phillips. Back to Danilo. Deflected. And the goalkeeper makes the save. Could have gone anywhere picking up the deflection, but Ellery Malcolm read it all the way.
Yeah, Rangers moving the ball that much quicker. Nico Raskin's made a massive difference to the game. He's just switching the play really quick. I don't think Rangers are in a position to rest him in a minute. I think he's that important. St Mirren are just soaking up a lot of pressure. The difference from Rangers, what St Mirren are defending here, they're defending crosses from the width of the 18-yard box. So much harder to defend.
And because they are Stephen's on the money, but it's because they're switching it so early, St Mirren can't adjust, so they can get themselves into good positions to cross the ball in behind that St Mirren defence.
It's been over 2 years since St Mirren were last ahead of Rangers. They are ahead here by 1-0. Last ahead of Rangers back in November 2022. That ended 1 apiece that day, but they have the lead. Oisin Smith from the penalty spot drilled it. Sent the goalkeeper the wrong way as Tavernier comes forward. Taylor was clumsy. The ball drops to Diamondi. He can open it out wide to Hadji. Edge of the box, left-hand side. Hadji got it in. It was deflected. Danilo got the shot away. Taylor with a block at the edge of the box. Tavernier goes in. And it's thumped away by Kiltie. Real danger there. Rangers starting to purr once more. Here comes Raskin. Raskin on the angle. That should be picked up and is by Elvis Bamona. Bamona sends it long, looking for Olasanya, but should be an easy one for Sterling to take. He brings it down, touches it wide onto Robin Proper. We got a decent game on our hands here, gents.
No, you're right. It's changed a bit for Rangers. It's just like that ball there out to Hadji. Well, that quick switch is really hurting St Mirren, and then when St Mirren, like the first half, he's offside ball, he's gone too early, but it's that ball, whether it's the full back receiving it, the winger receiving it, because that's St Mirren back three. It's really difficult for the wide player to do both jobs, and Rangers are exploiting that now, getting into good position. Stephen been talking about the crosses coming in for good areas, and that's exactly why we've seen the switch to Jeffy just before that. We've seen Tavernier a couple of times getting it high up, but it's done so quickly St Mirren can't adjust and do anything about it.
Long from Balcom up to the edge of the area. Sterling gets the header away. Smith is just a little bit too clumsy on Diamondi, and Rangers gather, but the referee's saying ball taken from the wrong place, and Rangers will have to start again, and they will do so. Mo Diamondi plays the ball out wide on to Jeffy. Jeffy, a 12th consecutive start for the man from Rio. Imagine Christmas in Rio or Christmas in Paisley. I'm sure there's not a lot of difference as the ball comes out onto this near side. Cherney will gather. Cherney picks up, looking to drive forward once more. Cherney up at the edge of the area, now driving into the box, low ball into middle, laid back. Danilo with a chance, he scoops away from 2 challenges but can't get the shot away. St Mirren's defending, Stephen McGinn, had to be perfect. Good challenge, just put Danilo off just enough.
Very, very risky. You felt like Danilo just almost a millimetre away from contact, enough to bring him down for a penalty, but Rangers are playing at a real quick pace. It's really difficult, as Dodge is saying. They're moving it so much faster. Nico Raskin's not taking touch, and on the other hand, St Mirren are working that hard off the ball. They really aren't regaining any sort of good possession to get a breather, so these breaks in play for St Mirren are so important.
Long ball from Ellery Balcombe, comes down, and an opportunity to try and get it forward again. I thought there was a tug there by Hadji. There's a second tug by Hadji, and he eventually slams his man down. And Ramona, I think, has gone down. To be fair to Hadji, he was determined he was giving away a free kick there. He was battling for the ball, but illegally, and St Mirren get that opportunity. And again, just as Stevens mentioned there's another breather just to take the sting out of things, Bill.
Yeah, there's different ways of getting breathers, and when you're constantly defending and then rushing your clearances or not showing a calmness in possession to make a pass and just giving Rangers the ball back, free kicks, goal kicks are so important just to break the game up in the last minute. That's exactly what they've done. They've got a free kick on this occasion, slowing it down, taking their time, and then putting it in the box.
Long ball on the angle. Taylor almost got up with a header. Gogic was in behind him, but Taylor couldn't connect as he wanted. The ball is swung back by Rangers. Vermona was showing no ill effects of the challenge. Plays it back to Balcombe under pressure from Ickerman. Drilled out wide to that far side. Out of play it goes. St Mirren leading Rangers by 1-0. They've now scored in the last 3 matches against Rangers, of St Mirren having drawn blanks in the previous 4. Ball comes out wide. Tavernier gathers. 14 years since Rangers last failed to score on this ground. They need to find a way back into it. Well, they'll be leaving with nothing. Here's Cherney. Cherney takes a touch. Little spin just in front of us. Just inside the St Mirren half. Lays it off to Ickerman. Ickerman calling for movement as he plays the ball back on to Sterling. Sterling to Raskin. Closed down quickly by Olusanya. So the ball gets dragged back onto Proper. Proper sends it on the angle, and the space now on that far side at the Swizzer Stadium for Rangers to gather. Jefty plays it on the outside. Hadji drops it back onto Raskin. Diamondi calling for it, but it's played across onto Sterling. Sterling now on the angle, out wide onto Cherney. Tavernier's inside the area. Cherney moving up at the edge of the box, gets the ball in, takes a deflection. The goalkeeper gets it at the second attempt. I think it came back off Alex Gogic. He got his hands on it. The ball spun away from him, and then, much to his relief, the ball came all the way back into his hands.
Ellery Balcombe got away with one there, I think. I don't know if he expected contact in front of him. It was a surprise, but lucky it came off of Alex Gogic's back, as that could have dropped anywhere. But Václav Černy's taken Declan John to the line. He's quite often came back. I think he's caught him by surprise and an early ball in.
The ball's gone through 2 St Mirren players, through to Diamondi. Diamondi onto Cherney. Cherney attacking now, trying to get on John. Tries the shot, rattles the frame. The ball comes all the way back, midway inside the half. Tavernier's taken down, but Jefty has it. He's going to try the shot, deflected, goes wide. Corner kick. I think there'll be a yellow card coming here as well. There is. What action, and Cherney comes close, strikes the frame.
Yeah, I mean, he's so positive, he's so direct when he gets it. Everything I was talking to Kenny McIntyre about at the start of the game, where he's brought that into his game, because he used to always go inside, suddenly goes outside, gets into the box, angle drive, 12 yards, absolutely thumps off the post, big let off for St Mirren.
We're just doing a check on the challenge that was made. Check complete, so we are going to get a corner. I don't know, he finds himself in the books, and Mirren are going to make a change, but we are going to get the corner kick first. The referee's just picked something up and popped it in his pocket, popping the yellow card back in there, as well as Rangers take the corner shot. The opportunity for Hadji. Hadji drives it out. There's Tavernier. The ball goes in. The goalkeeper has to scoop it away. Danilo was right in front of him. Tavernier got the shot away, and he had to react late. He's turned it behind.
The striker next to him is agitated that none of the strikers were there to pick up that rebound from Ellery Balcombe.
I don't know what he's thinking, though.
Ball played into the middle. Chance in the back post. Goalkeeper somehow makes the save and pushes it wide. Well, unbelievable stuff for Balcombe. Look, we'll double check this, but wow, there's a potential penalty check. Rangers are claiming for something, but Balcom got there, managed to get down and blocked the ball from going in at the post.
I think they're claiming it's over the line. They'll get a check on it, absolutely no doubt. But what is happening here? The goalkeeper is just the first shot. I'm thinking it's a bit of movement, palms it away. That one, you think, oh, it's a goal, just comes in. There's a good connection on it, and somehow Balcom gets off the line. What a save!
Unbelievable stuff. Corner kick swung in, that was off the crossbar. The goalkeeper went down, he's back up. Czerny now will gather, drives it across, takes the deflection, edge of the area, ball played down the middle. Raskan, touch, turn, comes back to Raskan. Danilo goes in, and from 5 yards out, Danilo thrashes the ball into the back of the net. Rangers are level. Danilo the hero. St Mirren 1, Rangers 1.
It's been coming. At times Rangers have been accused of not playing at that speed. They've absolutely went for it the first 50 minutes of the second half. They've played at a speed that St Mirren have really struggled to keep up with, and it has been coming. Ellery Balcom between these posts, and a bit of fortune's kept it out, but Danilo in the right place at the right time to put it away.
There's some crazy stuff going on out there before the goal, but Danilo's not caring. I mean, we were talking about the goalkeeper, you know, palming it when he should maybe have caught it, and then the ball going back in the box. There's things breaking to the edge of the box, there's shots coming in, and Rangers just help it back into the box. It falls to Danilo, and he eventually just pops in the net. We couldn't see it. We're actually just waiting for the net to move, and that's exactly what happened on that occasion. A bit like when Balcom made the great save. You were waiting for the net on that occasion. Danilo makes no mistake from about 3 yards, pops in the net, and Rangers level, and deservedly so.
Well, there are ongoing checks back at VAR headquarters. Meanwhile, St Mirren are going to make a couple of changes. Alex Yankovitti's getting ready to come on. Joseph Ayunga is the other player getting ready. And the referee just talking to the players. Danilo thinks he's scored. The check complete, and Rangers have scored, and the changes can now be made. The numbers being held up. So Elvis is leaving the building, so he is off the field of play, and he's been replaced by Alex Yankoviti. That's the first change being made. The second change is Greg Kiltie being withdrawn, and Ayunga gets ready to come on. I can tell you VAR are now checking something else as the opportunity for St Mirren to make those changes, but there has been a hold placed on by VAR. The Rangers have celebrated, so they think it's good to go. One final offside is being checked, and the referee is saying hang on. So Rangers fans have celebrated this goal twice, but it's nervous moments here for them. St Mirren look to get things underway again.
You can't blame VAR, because ever since the cup final, and they didn't take their time, they rushed it. I think that they're doing the right thing. There was a few decisions today in a few games where it took a bit of time, but as long as they get to the right decision, I think that's the main thing. And loads to look at there. It was a stramash, it was mayhem in the box, and eventually Danilo puts it in.
The goal will be given though, and we're underway. 63 minutes gone. St Mirren 1, Rangers 1. Danilo bringing Rangers level after a real sustained period of pressure. The half-time changes making the difference. Now the long ball gets played through. Czerny comes trying to drive through the middle. Alex Gogic steps across. Gogic, brilliant experience from Gogic through that free kick all day long. Czerny bit a little bit too early. Clever play, Stephen McGinn.
Yeah, me and Dodge are laughing. I'm not sure that's a foul. He's actually, David Dickinson's ref the game really well at times, and I wasn't sure if he was going to give that one or not.
And Alex Gogic sold it nicely from his perspective. Important next 10 minutes, Stephen, for St Mirren, because they are rocking at the second.
Yeah, absolutely. He was desperate to make the changes, but every time he went to make a change, Rangers won a set piece. So
here's Ayunga trying to drive his way forward up at the edge of the area. Sticks out a boot, but Proper did well. Camley brought the ball away and then gave it away. Declan John gathers back onto Yankoviti. Yankoviti sends it forward, and the ball gets knocked out of play. It's been pretty hectic stuff, Billy Dodds, but Philippe Clement would be delighted with the way his team have bounced back.
Yeah, the subs have made a difference, and they've brought into play that switch we were talking about at half-time and how quickly they could do it, and they're getting in behind St Mirren, and then there was a few chances created, the confidence grew, and then the pressure told when Danilo stuck it in the net. But much better. It's been 2 good substitutions. Putting another striker on, sometimes it's not about the position, it's about the personnel, and it's another striker. When he drops off, who goes with him, what centre half goes with him, and they've started pulling St Mirren about a lot.
Tavernier back on the inside was Tierney in his jersey, tugged there by Idowu, out wide to Jeffy. Jeffy appeared to handle the ball, and the referee didn't see it. Now it's clearing his way, so he's given the throw in to Rangers down by the corner flag. Rangers attacking the goal that Ellery Banklund is defending, and they're willing their side forward. Rangers have come from behind for it to be level here on Sportsound. BBC Radio Scotland, our 3rd commentary match of the afternoon. It's been a busy old day as the ball gets transferred again, left to right. Tierney, lots of space. Tavernier in front of him. Tierney drifting up towards the edge of the area, plays it off on to Danilo. Danilo confident, plays the ball on the inside. Jeffy smuggles it round the corner. Monde tried to get the ball across, was well blocked. Ayunga goes up trying to find it. Eventually he does win the ball, but he concedes it to Raskan. Phillips got a touch on. Now it comes forward past Smith. Smith can't link up, and Rangers come again. It's relentless blue waves at the moment that St Mirren are trying to get away from, but they're drowning a little here. Big man on that far side by the corner flag, now drifting in towards the edge of the area. He's inside the box, looks to play it across, works the 1-2, chance, lifted up and over the top. Jeffy throws himself to the ground in disgust. Lovely move with Tierney, but he couldn't put the shot on target. 1-1.
To start with, Stephen, you can see where St Mirren's problems are. Rangers switching the ball, but in possession they're just putting it anywhere, whereas before they were making a pass. Suddenly the Rangers are back at them. Raskin again just showing composure, popping it wide. Eager man, absolutely strength battle with Marcus Fraser, and gets him out the way, plays a 1-2 with Tierney, and it's a great opportunity just to hit targets at a hard angle, but he puts it over the crossbar. But really at it, Rangers, and St Mirren are really struggling to cope.
It's not been easy for the home side at the moment. Have they gone to a flat back 4? Declan John tucking in at left fullback, Yankovic, Gogic and Taylor, or is it still the 5?
I think it's a 5-3-2, 3-5-2. What I do think is Johnny Ayunga has had a couple of opportunities to get that ball under control. He's getting frustrated with David Dickinson, but I think he's got to be stronger. He's got to hold it up. He's got to get his team back into this game and up the park, giving them a breather.
Yeah, Marcus Fraser's just on that right side.
Yeah, that's a solid 5, but he had a chance to pull the trigger and have a shot earlier as well. Maybe just give the St Mirren players a wee confidence lift, and he chose not to. Rangers broke away from it, and that's where the mindset is at now for St Mirren. They've got to find a way to get a hold of the ball if they can.
Tavernier picks up for Rangers, plays it through. Gogic drops away, back down to Tavernier. Tavernier was caught, ball down onto Danilo, trying to come through the middle. Hook clear against St Mirren. Just having to watch because there's 1 or 2 tugs and things that the referee spots that might have gone against them. Now it's long towards Sosa Olasanya. Sterling jumps in early. Olasanya out muscles and brings the ball down and spins. The ball's gone out of play. It's a throw in to St Mirren, and that's purely down to Olasanya just using his body strength.
Yeah, brilliant. Rangers have been really aggressive. They played such a high line. It seemed to just open up that Olasanya had the whole half of a pitch against Sterling, and much better play from the St Mirren attackers. Get them up the park, get them a breather, get the long throw into the box, and give Rangers a little spell of defending.
1 apiece. Last time St Mirren took a point from Rangers, November 2022. Ayunga had St Mirren ahead. Tavernier equalised with a penalty 6 minutes from time. Long throw into the area, hooked away by Danilo. St Mirren making nothing happen on that occasion. Idowu plays it back in. St Mirren trying to find some room on that right hand side, trying to find a way through, but they can't keep the ball in. It runs out of play. It's going to be a throw in to Rangers. Clement looks a little bit calmer, just taking a swig from a bottle of water. Now the long ball on the angle again, Rangers, and they open up so much space. Here's Tavernier. Tavernier over the halfway line, slows down, plays the ball back inside onto Tierney. Tierney going to go for the shot himself. Balcom got a touch, did he? No. Referee said no. He's in a better position. And tell you what, he flung up an arm thinking that was going to be on target. Didn't miss by much.
I think he does touch it. It's a really good strike. What I would say is, I said it earlier, I don't think Rangers have got a squad capable at the minute to rest players like Nico Raskin. He's made an unbelievable difference to this game. I think he's been Rangers' best player, and he's only been on the park 25 minutes. Just so fast and good vision, and just opening up the game for Rangers.
That's in possession. Out of possession, they have been like a rash over St Mirren. They're just getting, as soon as they lose the ball, Rangers are after it, and St Mirren can't cope. And then against a 3-5-2, they've gone now 2 strikers. St Mirren, your wide areas again, your fullbacks are the way out, and you get your fullbacks should go on the ball all day long, and they're finding them every time, Rangers now, and it's causing St Mirren all sorts.
Jack O'Beatty with a good long ball forward, but it was well defended by Sterling. Comes down, little head flick on by Smith, the St Mirren goalkeeper, who got the penalty that sent St Mirren ahead after Butland bundled over Greg Kiltie in the first half. Rangers have equalised in the second, are pushing, looking for more. Cherney picks up and gathers, pushes the ball inside. Danilo has already scored once, can't get past Richard Taylor that time. Ball away, Raskin picks up immediately, sends it wide onto Jeffrey. Jeffrey trying to come forward, never scored for Rangers, came close earlier. Lovely little 1-2 at the edge of the area. Cherney though just held away by Adowu, and then by Taylor. Taylor trying to pick out the pass to Yunga. The ball deflecting. Yunga has to go back and gather. Digs the ball from outside his feet, halfway line on the right hand side. Phillipson made a great run. Olasanya made a better one into the area, tries to get the shot away. Has he won his side a corner? That's the question. He has. Rangers tried to claim otherwise. Sterling came across and made the slide.
It's really good play from Toyisi Olasanya, good pick out from Jonah Ayunga, but Robin Proper takes a massive gamble there. He almost just stays with Olasanya and Sterling, and Jonah Ayunga pulled out into the channel. Nico Raskin tries to get over and cover, but he's wrong side. If Richard Taylor had a better passer, Ayunga was in.
Kellen Boyd-Muntz is getting ready to come on. St Mirren have a corner from the far side. Darkness all around this stadium. Boxing Day evening 2024. St Mirren 1, Rangers 1. Inside the last 20 minutes or so. Ball comes into the middle, headed down. Will that fall for a St Mirren player? There was a nudge. The shot came in. Did it take a deflection? It did. Smith got it away well. They were shouting to say there was a hand, but it is behind. It will be another corner. There is a potential handball check, but I think St Mirren will settle for a corner in the end. But again, a little bit of pressure from the set play.
That's good though, better from St Mirren, because they made one pass, showed a bit of composure that got them the corner in the first place to create the attack, and then the set pieces that we've talked about, they're always a threat, and they get the shot away once it breaks out, and they look a real threat at set pieces, you say, and the delivery is key because they have some big players in there, St Mirren.
I'm grimacing because Wycliffe Cherney just picked something up and threw it into the crowd. Now that might be where it came from. Thought he would have just popped it to the side. The ball comes in. That's off the underside of the crossbar and goes behind. Well, looking to the heavens is Alex Iacovitti, who got across and got the touch, but the ball is going to be behind it. It's going to be another corner.
I think there's something here for St Mirren in terms of set pieces. Really good ball into the box from Ocean Smith. Jack Butland looks unconvincing. Like the Cherney one, not quite sure how that one stayed out when it came off the post.
Opportunity again for St Mirren. Corner from the left-hand side. It's low in that time. Wasn't beating the first man, Diamondi, and the referee spotted a problem anyway. You've got to lift it up and get past that first man. And there's changes going to come, and you can see Stephen Robinson down below shouting at the fourth official, who's Greg Suter, to say, I want to make a change and I want to make it now. And Roland Adowu comes off, and Kellen Boyd-Muntz will replace him. So there is the change made.
He's a really good shift, Roland Adowu, but Dodgy's been touching on it. They haven't kept the ball on well enough since second half. St Mirren. Kellen Boyd-Muntz will be brought on to bring that bit of composure and play the extra pass for St Mirren.
The only time they've done it in the second half, they've got a bit of joy out of it, because Rangers have been relentless in their attack, and then out of possession, as we say, they've been after the ball, got it back quickly, but St Mirren haven't shown their quality when they had to show a calmness and make a pass. They make one pass, Olasanya has a shot to get a corner, and then they get a bit of joy, nearly get the breakthrough and go 2-1 up again.
Both of these teams locked together on 1-1. They've both hit woodwork once as well. That's the opportunity for Diamondi just down below us, midway inside the St Mirren half. Rangers coming forward. Tavernier, round the corner it goes, little flick onto Hadji, back inside. Danilo tried to gather an Ingeman, but Ingeman couldn't make it there. Phillips shrugs off the attentions of two now. Onto Irunga. Irunga plays it through. Wrong ball. The other side, it had to be, because I think Proper would have been caught on his heels, and Olasanya would have been quick enough down that right channel, Billy.
There's no doubt. He just couldn't get the head up at the right time, the big striker, when he just had to open up to his right, spot it and get it to the left side of Proper, and I think Olasanya was in, but tried to go the right side of Proper, and he was able to recover.
Here's Cherny moving up towards the edge of the box. Good touch away by Declan John. Someone have only lost once this season, having taken the lead with the opening goal, and that was against Motherwell. As Diamondi flicks the ball around the corner onto Tavernier. St Mirren had the lead. Rangers with the goal in the second half. Lovely little interchange of play. Tavernier though passes the ball away to Alex Gogic. Now it comes on to Ayunga. Under pressure from Sterling. Moved forward quickly onto Olasanya. Olasanya up ahead of Proper. Proper does well to win the ball. He was just stronger on that occasion. Olasanya was trying to suck him in there, but he did well. Now Ingeman has Jeffy outside him. That's where the ball goes. Trying to get past Fraser. Can he get the ball across? Well, he can, but he's popped it to the stand. Just a little bit too hefty on that occasion. But this is fascinating, and Rangers may have scored in the second half. They may have had slightly more possession and chances, Stephen McGinn, but St Mirren aren't out of this yet.
No, absolutely. They're going, Rangers are, as Brooke Dodgy says, they've been much better, much more aggressive off the ball, but within that they're going 2v2 at the back, and Ayunga and Olasanya are both quick. So it's really brave. I know the Rangers have to win the game, but there is something there for St Mirren on the counter-attack. Stephen Robinson's really frustrated. Ocean Smythes, he's got to go bigger, but you're trying to go bigger, but your legs just haven't got the same strength when you're shuffling side to side.
Rangers have struggled to score goals away from home this season. Here comes Ingeman on that far side, up against Taylor, runs him into the corner, tries to get past him, and Ingeman has won his side. A corner kick. The St Mirren fans are furious. The St Mirren defenders are furious as well. I thought that was a goal kick, but it's a corner to Rangers. That's the on-field decision.
What are you going to say? Ingeman gave the ball back to the goalkeeper?
Yes,
because he knew. It's hit off him up.
It's been taken quickly. Proper knocked the ball into the middle. Gogic turned and flicked the ball away. Nobody was ready for that, and it almost paid off for Rangers, who come again on that far side. Hadji sends it in deep. It's going to go over the head of everybody and come and drift out of play on that far side. Yeah, the striker giving the ball back to the goalkeeper tends to be a little bit of a giveaway.
Yeah, it was a sign, but then listen, they got the corner, but it was really good play. It reminded me of Trent Alexander-Arnold against Barcelona a few years back, when they take it so quickly. And I'm not sure who the Rangers player was.
Proper.
Is it Proper? Just maybe a striker would have knocked in the net, but it was brilliant from Tavernier to take it so quickly.
Yeah, what I liked about it, Dodgy, was the referee knew by the reaction of the St Mirren players and crowd that it was a goal kick. How many times would they have just given the foul? And if it comes in the box, so Rangers actually take that away from the referee. They try a quick one, they try a clever one, and nearly pays off.
Yeah, that's a great point. Referees will tell you they don't do that kind of thing, but we've got a rough idea.
They do.
Yep. Ball thrown in. Ayunga tries to flick it on. Proper is having a better second half than first since coming on. Ball out wide. Ridvan Yilmaz is now on for Jeffrey. Ridvan Yilmaz curls the ball across and looking for a spectacular introduction to the game. Instead, he just gets an introduction.
I know he's just onto the pitch, Ridvan, but that was more like how they attacked in the first half. Kind of hopeful, deep cross when he could have just kept carrying the ball. They've been causing someone all sorts of problems with the movement and in the final third. I didn't think he needed to deliver from that deep.
So currently at the top of the table, Celtic 47 points, Rangers 35, Aberdeen 34. The month of December has been a horrible one for the Dons. Dundee United in behind, 28, Motherwell 26, St Mirren 24. Now the opportunity for Tavernier. Tavernier sends it long on the angle, taken down on the edge of the box, but Taylor dropped in well to win it. And now St Mirren can try and spin forward once more. Ball played back. Fraser sends it long. Proper waits, gets the header down. But St Mirren will try and gather and come through the middle again. Here's the opportunity to spin it out wide. Muntz. Here's the chance. Up at the edge of the area. Declan John. John plays it outside onto Killian Phillips. Diamondi back with him. He's drifting closer to the touchline. Has to play the ball on the inside. It's a great ball. Boyd Muntz tries to get the ball hung up at the back post. He overcooked it, got in good position, but it wasn't to be. It remains 1-1.
he looks a different player at St Mirren as he did at Aberdeen. Killian Phillips, maybe just a bit more experience. Coming up last season, had a quiet spell at Aberdeen, but St Mirren looks a real player. Brilliant play from him. Good composure, strength as well. We know he's got that, but just to hold it and then the little reverse pass lets Boyd Munson in. A better ball required, but it was poor.
I wouldn't have minded his engine. Every time he looks,
machine,
every time he looks as if he's having he looks a bit tired. He goes again.
He just has that certain something. Rangers have that certain something of possession, 3/4 of it in the match so far, but it is one apiece. Diamondi driving forward down the right hand side at the apex of the area, passes the ball behind Czerny. Hadji makes himself available. Rangers pushing, trying to make it relentless. Rangers 19 efforts, 5 on target, 1 goal. Here's Czerny coming through the middle. He's overrun that. Phillips can thump it away. Cyril Dessers is about to come on for Rangers. It's 1 apiece, time ticking away in this one. 10 to play. Here's Tavernier. Tavernier gets the ball into the middle. Gogic touches it away back towards Tavernier. Chests it down onto Czerny. Outside the box, right hand side. Inside the box it goes. Onto Tavernier. Back onto Czerny once more. Czerny pushes it across. Hadji was waiting for it. Transferred the ball onto his left foot, trying to drive in. Good tracking back. And that's well played by O'Shane Smith. Comes all the way back inside the Rangers half, and Proper has made a proper error. Here's the chance for Olasanya coming through, bunches away Raskan, and Raskan recovers. Olasanya tried to thump his way past, and Raskan is hurt, took a sore one going past, but Proper got caught.
You can see Olasanya, and Stephen spoke about the game earlier in the season at Ibrox. He's in his head, Olasanya, he's in Proper's head, and I was going to just say Rangers have all the possession, they're the ones probing, they are looking really sharp, they look as if you're going to, you feel as if St Mirren could get one chance, and it's that one where they get Olasanya onto Proper, because he is panicking every time, and he had possession there. There was one earlier on where he knew he had to get close to him, because if he lets Olasanya turn, he's done. So he gets close, and he did well, and gets a good tackle in, but he's so panicking about his pace Proper, and he knows Olasanya's a flying machine. He's really making bad decisions, and he did so there and got away with it.
Changes coming, and Cyril Dessers is onto the field of play. Koyosi Olasanya, his number has been called, so too Declan John. And what a big moment this is for 17-year-old Callum Penman. Recently signed a new deal with St Mirren, and he gets the chance to come on today. And the second substitute was Evan Mooney, who got a crucial goal up at St Johnstone. So Stephen, again, youth getting its chance.
Yeah, 2 17-year-olds on to see this out for St Mirren. What I would say is Robin Proper looks the most relieved man in the building with Toyisi Olasanya going off. I think he's really caused them all sorts of problems all afternoon.
Is it a strange one, Stephen? I know there's a lot of fixtures, I know they're trying to keep him fresh, I know he's done a lot of running, but you just felt as if you could get one over the top, if you're a St Mirren defender or midfielder, Olasanya will get them at some point, and I bet you Proper is delighted he is gone.
I think he's seen more than enough of him today. Now the chance for St Mirren to try and find a way forward. Evan Mooney, 17 years old, but I tell you what, he's got a bit about him. It'll be interesting to see if he does get a chance here.
He's quick as well, Evan Mooney.
Forward come Rangers. Dessers is in behind, and the goalkeeper comes rushing out. He got in behind. Gogic, simple long ball played through, and Ellery Balcom came in, dropped on the ball just outside the 6-yard box on the left hand side, but Dessers looked sharp.
Yeah, really good movement. It's a brilliant ball from Tavernier. That'll flip down the line, and he felt like it was just opening up for Dessers.
Long from Balcom, dropping down. Ayunga tried to find it. Mooney will come across to look to see if he can get on the end of it, but it's played forward, headed away. Marcus Fraser's come out to this left hand side, and Penman's taken his position on the right hand side.
Yeah, the more experienced one playing in the left can understand that. Let the young lad fill in at right back, just try to get a grip of the game. It's incredible, isn't it? I mean, I turned round there and there's only 6 minutes. This second half is flowing in. It's been all action and a great pace and tempo it's been played at.
Rangers behind at half-time. Can they find a way to win? Will St Mirren take a point, which they would love? Here's Tavernier trying to keep the ball in long on the angle. He can't do so. And the ball runs out of play. And St Mirren will have a throw down in their own corner. The referee just saying, get on with it. Alex Jagavini will come across. So Callum Penman, the 17-year-old Scotland under-17 international, has played in the Lowland League and the Challenge Cup, but this is his full debut. And he's getting ready to be part of what he hopes is a side that will at least take a point. Who knows, perhaps more. Ball thrown towards Erringer, won by Tavernier. Down to Danilo. Danilo plays up to Dessers at the edge of the area. Taylor was strong. Flicks it out wide onto Fraser. Fraser drives it forward. Sterling just brought out a boot, took a touch. It was an important one when he was right on his shoulder. Proper was trying to come across and cover. But again, that was good play. 5 minutes to play. Rangers, who dominate St Mirren usually, I found it tough tonight. I did mention they've won the last 7, but the last 3 just by a single goal. Stephen Robinson, we're delighted with the way his side have played. Ball comes all the way through, but you can be as delighted as you like, Stephen. If you don't take the point, sometimes that just deflates you. And so that's run out of play, and it will be a throws, and it will go the way of Rangers. Here's Stephen McGinn.
It was a good recovery, but yeah, it would be a massive point for St Mirren off the back of 2 big away victories. They've had to soak up a lot of pressure in this second half, but they've grew into it. They've grew into it, and a lot of that is because just putting that foot in the ball and showing their quality, and it was relentless for 15-20 minutes from Rangers, and they've kind of taken it away from Rangers a bit, but big 10 minutes still to go.
Launch forward towards Mooney, headed away by Proper up to the halfway line. Gogic gets his head on it, down to Mo Diamondi. Diamondi tried to play it forward, stretching St Mirren, trying to get in behind Proper, couldn't do so on that occasion, and the ball breaks down. Kevin Boyd once turns, flips it forward, and invited to chase after it. Proper hooks the ball high. Gogic trying to make life difficult for Dessers. It was a Swan Lake Ballet there from Ioannis Hadji as he leant forward, arms out, and tried to flick the ball with his heel. He didn't do so, but style points were given. Diamondi plays the ball out onto the halfway line. St Mirren 1, Rangers 1. Now that's long into the box, and Balcombe says, I'll take that. Didn't need to drop to the ground, but will do so because he can let another couple of seconds tick off the clock.
I'm with Philippe Clement. He's waving his hands saying, calm down. There is so much time left in this game in terms of St Mirren to defend, and Ridvan's, he's just tried to force one, a straight one through to Dessers, and easy for Ellery Balcombe to collect. And
if you're on the defending team for that, Stephen, that's exactly what you want to see.
You're delighted.
Ball played out wide by Raskan. Raskan onto Cherney. Cherney lays it back. Sterling had to move it quickly onto Raskan. Lovely piece of play. Takes it down on his chest. Goes through. Almost got it through onto Dessers. The referee will bring it back for the free kick. It's that wait a moment, see if the pass works. It didn't do so, and he's dragged it back as David Dickinson. Free kick to Rangers.
Brilliant from Raskan. Under pressure, getting tugged, getting shoved, and he gets over the top. Nearly gets a through ball.
Tavernier, ball into the middle. It's blocked by the goalkeeper. Comes back off him. It spilled it. Gogic got on the edge of the 6-yard box, smuggles it outside the area, and St Mirren get it away only as far as Vaclav Cherney. Real dangerous ball from Tavernier. That Rangers pressing, trying to find a way through, but they passed the ball out of play, but they are going to keep the press on against St Mirren, who are trying to get out of their own half. 2 minutes plus to be played here.
I tell you what it is, Paul, it's unbelievable composure from Alex Gogic, because Ellery Balcombe flaps at it. Alex Gogic could easily panic and slap at the ball, but he takes that extra touch and really takes the heat out of the situation.
Balcombe, this second half, first half he showed a real composure. I know that was straightforward, high balls, come and take them, but there's been a couple where I thought, just go and grab it and just fall to the deck, but he's just trying to beat it away or open out the hands and shove it wide, and it's causing a bit of panic. But you're right, Gogic showed a real calmness here in a tight situation.
Never quite figure out why Hibs let him go as the ball gets played forward by Rangers. That's going to take a bounce and go behind, because Alex Gogic over 100 appearances now for St Mirren. I mean, he's been a real mainstay here.
Yeah, and he probably would have been disappointed not to play last week, but he's just got on with it, and I think he's put in a real big performance. As I said, Captain Mark O'Hara not here today. I think some of the more influential players have really stepped up. Alex Gogic, I think Marcus Fraser's been outstanding on his 200th game for the club.
Yeah. the Rangers fans getting frustrated, because you're right, Stephen, with Yilmaz. I mean, he's just going to pitch, he's fresh, there's space to drive into, but he's forced a couple of crosses, one pass in particular, but he's doing it from 50 yards, gets it wrong. And
you're playing against a 17-year-old making his debut.
Yeah,
thinking of the nerves, he's not taking him on.
Rangers flick the ball through. It's going to come to the edge of the area, and Balcombe comes across again, drops on the bill. Cyril Dessers couldn't get there. Balcombe slowly ekes that big tall frame of his back to his feet, and he gets ready to launch it long. They're not going to play it out from the back here inside the final minute. And looking down at Greg Suter, the fourth official, that is sent long and out of play. Rangers gather.
They drive you mental, goalies, don't they, Doctor?
Just kicked that out of play.
Yeah, I'm not in the union, and I'm glad.
Is there a height requirement, by the way?
Obviously.
Here's Fraser, plays the ball long into the area. Butland stops, goes back and gathers and bowls there. I should point out, I think Billy's taller than I am, so some cheek I've got.
But you can't help it having a dig, can you?
I know. Short people, don't trust them, Billy. Ball gets played away. Fraser plays it off Diamondi. That's going to go behind. Diamondi wanted the free kick, not getting one. 6 additional minutes to be played. Stay with us here, BBC Radio Scotland, all the action, the conclusion of what's been a thrilling Boxing Day as Balcombe goes across to gather. Hearts 1, Hibs 2, Hibs deserving their win today. Celtic 4-0 over Motherwell. Ross County, well, it could be the result of the day, 3-0 against Dundee, but Kilmarnock think their win against Aberdeen was 4-0, was even better. Check out the Kilmarnock X feed. I think they've had 1 or 2 pops today, and St Johnstone won Dundee in 92. Balcombe gets ready to play the ball forward. Launched long, high on that far side. Ayunga comes, tries to win it. Raskin kept his eye on the ball, played it out wide. Just comes off the back on that far side. Smith can't keep it in. And Rangers. Interesting to see how they approach this, whether they'll stay calm or there should be 1 or 2 panic balls played into the box. And they've been abandoning the calmness. It's not yielded anything. Czerny on the inside. Raskin. Gogic is there, but plays it straight back onto Czerny. Czerny trying to come forward. Into the middle it goes. Dumped clear by Smith. Haji's calling for it on that far side. Czerny takes his eye off it. Evan Mooney goes back to retrieve it. Doesn't even think about playing it quickly. Just lays it back onto Marcus Fraser. Marcus Fraser being told to get on with it. And he's going to leave it for Alex Yagavidi and Stephen McGinn. Just important final few minutes for the home team.
Yeah, absolutely. I was laughing at the difference between 17-year-old Evan Mooney running to get the ball and Marcus Fraser, who walks across to then hand it to Alex Akiviki. I don't want to name Marcus's age.
Well, you can if you want. I'm sure he wouldn't mind being reminded he has reached 30 as the ball gets played across onto Robin Proper. Proper gathers onto Ridvan Yilmaz. Rangers looking for a late winner in Paisley. It was Czerny who scored the winning goal at Ibrox earlier on this season. He's calling for the ball now. Sliding challenge comes in by Ayunga, and he's Rob Sterling inside his own half. Ayunga coming in, Czerny coming back to try and put pressure on. Ball on the inside. Chance here for Mooney. Lays the ball back. The opportunity and the goal! Kellen Boyd-Muntz drills it into the corner, and St Mirren will defeat Rangers on Boxing Day in 2024. Stunning goal. Ayunga to Mooney, pulled it back, and Boyd-Muntz hit it cleanly into the corner. St Mirren 2, Rangers 1.
Wow, wow, wow. Unbelievable scenes here on Paisley. It's a brilliant pick out from Jonah Ayunga. Dusan Sterling's tried to overplay. He slid in and won it. He's played it into young Evan Mooney. Evan Mooney's rolled it off. Good composure to Kellen Boyd-Muntz, and a cleaner strike you'll not see all weekend. Jack Butland had no chance since St Mirren have won this.
Well, let's go through the goal that looks as if it's won this game. It's something that I've not done enough this second half, is showing composure. My word, everything from a St Mirren point of view was perfect. The Ayunga tackle, brilliant. The drive, the positiveness. Then he checks back. He puts in a lovely cross to Mooney, who shows maturity beyond his years to take the touch. Good at a shot, doesn't just lays it to Boyd-Muntz, and he hits a missile, an absolute precision missile at that, right into the far corner. What a goal that looks as if it's won this one for St Mirren.
Rangers last lost in the league against St Mirren, December 2011. They launch it forward. It's going to go behind, and it is going to be a goal kick. St Mirren did win the League Cup tie in December 2020 by 3-2. But what a day this could be for them as Václav Černý hands the ball to Larry Balcom, who's suddenly taking up horticulture and touching down a little bit of the pitch, just making sure it's there.
I do think within the tactical changes that Stephen Robinson's made, the goal comes from Nico Raskin for the first 25 minutes of the second half, ran the game. But Caelan Boyd-Munn's coming in, 3 midfielders getting in there, they've went matched up. He couldn't quite get on the ball. Dujon Sterling doesn't want to just launch it, takes that extra touch, robbed, and before they know it, it's 2-1 to St Mirren.
Long over the halfway line. Have St Mirren done enough? Can they see this out, or can Rangers find some late drama? I simply point to the Hibs-Aberdeen game at the end of November when there was 3 goals in stoppage time. Rangers have only lost one of the last 26 on Boxing Day in the league. 2002, the last time Boxing Day turned out to be a disappointment. But today, they are behind Billy Dodds, and somehow Rangers have got to get things moving.
Yeah, they have, and that's the one thing they didn't do with the goal. I mean, Sterling, as Stephen said, doesn't want to launch it, but you've got to look at the St Mirren side that, yeah, he's caught in possession still and wants to make a pass. It's going to try and create something. But Ayunga timed it to perfection. Then he did everything right. Mooney did his bit by showing that maturity and just held it and just laid it off. And then you want a strike, and my word, did it come. A Muntz missile.
Callum Penman controls the ball, plays it to Ayunga. St Mirren playing inside their opponent's half. Stephen Robinson down below prowls his way down the touchline as it comes out to Evan Mooney. Mooney tries to get ahead of Diamondi. He knocks the ball out of play. Diamondi doing just enough, and Rangers have a goal kick. Steve McGinn, it's all for Rangers now. Got to go for it.
Yeah, I think we'll probably just have just over a minute to play here. Really big moments for St Mirren here.
Long played up to the edge of the area. Gogic turns, gets it away. Taylor, Gogic and Jakovidia, a hard 3 to get past when they're in real defensive mode. Rangers trying to push. 6 minutes have come and gone of additional time, but the ball's going to drop to Tavernier at the edge of the box. Completely mishits it. High and over the crossbar it goes. The body language of the Rangers captain oozes disappointment, and the last moments of the match are upcoming.
Yeah, you want a bit of composure. He's got the quality. Tavernier, it's a bit of panic. It's just helped in the box from Černý. Taylor wins the header, it comes to Tavernier, and he would be one you'd want in that situation, but just doesn't catch it right. It flies over the bar into those little numbers in Rangers fans that are left, because you would say over half of them have disappeared because that goal has just floored them.
Only one clean sheet this season, St Mirren. They were ahead, Rangers drew level, but they found a way to get back. Final few seconds, Killian Phillips has it, robs Tavernier. He's going to run towards the corner flag. Thought about going into the box, doesn't need to do so. Here's the opportunity. It is over in Paisley, and it's a memorable Boxing Day for St Mirren. It is joy in black and white. Rangers are disappointed. One or two of their players complaining to the referee, but it is St Mirren's day. They led at half-time. Danilo got the equaliser, but Caelan Boyd-Muntz drilled the ball into the back of the net in stoppage time for the dramatic winner. What an afternoon for St Mirren and Paisley. It's finished St Mirren 2, Rangers 1.